One of 105.1 TMC Katangi si Ben and Ben at ang takda karon. Alas 9 na sa kabuntagon, top of the morning sa ato ang tanan mga Sugbuanon. Mayong bungkag sa kaninyong tanan. Here is the latest headlines sa ato ang Sunstar Super Balita. Sus, dako agad ng headlines. Kandidatura ni Jonas Cortez gikanselar. According to Sunstar Super Balita, gikanselar sa Commission on Elections or COMELEC, Second Division and Certificate of Candidacy or COC, ni dismissed Mandaue City Mayor Jonas Cortez subay sa material and false representation. Ang kapo ni Cortez mo file for reconsideration labot sa hukum. Okay? I think they're gonna go all the way to the Supreme Court to duke this out, to fight this out. And if you want to know more about that particular news item, palihog lang, get a copy of Sunstar Super Balita. And maybe perhaps you want to download their digital copies. That's what I'm reading right now. Mo ni akong gibasa karon gikan sa akong cellphone. Dili na kinahanglan mo palit og newspaper kung ganahan ka og copy sa imong newspaper sa Sunstar Cebu or Super Balita. Nara sila digital copies. You can subscribe to it. Nindot kay ni Sun kay medyo mas barato siguro ni siya sa actual newspaper. Pag human pag yun, wapag yung sagbot, wapag samok, di ba? Kadaghanan sa atong balay. Amuang balay, porting daghanang newspaper, magtipon og. Sus, my goodness. Mura nagmatakuban mi og newspaper. Kaya ako ang inahan, iya mo ginang tapigon. Inaamay mo palitan ang dinangaw. Siguro, I don't know if that still exists. Anyway, ang Sunstar Cebu, similar sa ang headlines, COMELEC cancels Jonas Cortez COC. Former Mandaue City Mayor Jonas Cortez and described the Commission on Elections decision as unjust and procedurally flawed. The Commission on Elections Second Division was officially or has officially canceled a former Mandaue Mayor Jonas Cortez certification of candidacy for the 2025 elections. In this 12-page decision obtained by Sunstar Cebu yesterday, the decision, which was promulgated on December 18, was based on a finding of material misrepresentation in his COC. In a public statement on Thursday, Cortez described the COMELEC's decision as unjust and procedurally flawed. The case was initiated by a petition by lawyer Erwin Estandarte, who accused Cortez of serious misrepresentation. Estandarte pointed out that Cortez declared himself eligible to run for office in his COC despite having been dismissed from public service by the Ombudsman. The dismissal order was served by Cortez on October 3, just the day before he filed his COC on October 4. In the petition, Estandarte argued that Cortez deliberately failed to disclose the dismissal case in his COC by marking NA in response to the question about pending cases. This omission, Estandarte claimed, violated Section 74 and 78 of the Omnibus Election Code. If you want to know more about that particular news item or any news for that matter, just subscribe to Sunstar Cebu. You can go to sunstar.com.ph/Cebu or you can go to their Facebook page for more information, okay? Atong takna karon 3 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 9. Ang mga balita gyung rumbuntaga makaingon jud ka.
Media Center, broadcasting from over 2,000 feet closer to heaven and Tom's 105.1 TMC.
105.1 TMC, Jong and Purple together with Prince Bear. Joel Lim. Daghang salamat sa imong pagpaminaw dia, Joel Lim, sir. And Roniel Madrid, naminaw po siya kuno. Nag-practice sila silang programa para karong gabi. I think this is in Radisson Blue. May buntag sa atong mga kaigsunan sa Radisson Blue Hotel Cebu. Daghang salamat sa inyong pagpaminaw diha. Ato ang takna karon 15 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 9. Nakitay at road crash sa Virama Avenue near Fatima Village involving a sedan and a motorcycle na ay sakyanan o motorsiklo. A traffic personnel is ready on site. This is according to Alfredo of our friends from Revo. Ato ang traffic report karong buntaga. Low pressure area, formerly Kirubin, is estimated based on all available data over the coastal waters of Mahinog Camiguin, 9.2 degrees north and 124.8 degrees east. The shear line affecting the eastern section of southern Luzon northeast. Monsoon affecting the rest of Luzon. So apay labot ang Visayas ani. That's the latest traffic report in and around the Philippines. Ato ang takna karon 16 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 9. Ang ato ang mag-anisay tasugbo karong buntaga. Kay wala pa mo kapamalit og mga Christmas gift namo. Mangutana lang mi ninyo og mangutana nalang ko sa to mga tigpaminaw unsa man inyohang ganahan madawat karong Pasko. What are the top 10 gifts you'd like to receive this Christmas? Kung makibawat on sa paliton or sa dili paliton ha? Okay? Let us know. Join us in our conversation. 0999-8876-070. Tops Media Center on YouTube.
Sa iyo sa buntag, ni mata ko para sa muli ko na ato fresh, narating ko upol. Higit sa ang basura, mura ko si Jordan Poole. Ang vibes kay baby, padulong sa Istanbul. Pang international lang ihata nga para sa inyo ha. Grabe ka kusog, ambak-ambak na sunata. Mga granada, naging rasta sa akong bursa. Kung pa'y kwarta, walang pa'y pala ang bitaka. Sa kagalakaw lang kawa, listening to a song. Nitingog ang tiyan, uy, wap ako'y kaon. Why kalimutan nga nagbaon ko og foglong. Sugat ubuang, ana siya. Life goes on each and every day. Life goes on no matter what you say. Life goes on each and every day. Life goes on no matter what you say. On and on, yeah, listen to my soundtrack. Recommend the go by the name of every Mac. Never let a load when I'm hanging in my zone. Trying to break my ears with the banging of my headphones. Lugar lang, dirirat ko sa eskwelahan. Ano man, sa lugar na dagay ko nakaronan. Tagay na naman, aton mawala na ang buwan. Wala pusan, bigay para dagong ukiyan. Bounce pinalagi kung kailangan na mo go home. I can feel my legs, man, I'm so stoned. Gipugos, ugnaga, ang mata, nga buwa. Patay ko ani, masapan ko ni mama. Kaagi og tindahan, ni palit ko og refresh. Licha kajot, ako putong i-refresh. Nevertheless, nalinga ko I'm impressed. She says, I'm best na test, dili ang ay man-impressed. Despite being stressed, impressed, always do your best. Look on the bright side, man, lift up your chest. When you're morning the night, when you're night the morning. Dark days may come, but there will be a silver lining. Job goes on and on, the sun is shining. Everybody turning up, everyone is smiling. Raise your drinks up high, cause we fucking celebrating. Raise your hands up high, yeah, we fucking elevate. And life goes on each and every day. Life goes on no matter what you say. Life goes on each and every day. Life goes on no matter what you say. Life goes on and on. Padayon, on and on. Life goes on and on. Padayon, on and on. Life is special and life is gold. Dili aga pagdalit is steady lang ang soul. Saying classic on the road, you gotta get your own. The rest words I'm speaking, you gotta make me king. Still in the making, but in my mind sing. Doing my fucking missions is the life that I envision. Think all up day by day like it's a fucking celebration in religion. Never get too hard on yourself, you need to let it go and just let life flow. Feel the spirit, get up with me, like we live it. Lahos na sa bato para walay dagang storya. Pagwat realidad, gamit ang sensibilya. Inom dayon ng tubig, akong puto kay chill na. Subuton akong earphones, ready na mo hinga. Strolling in my mind, gipiyong ang mata. Luwai ang barahan, yung itindag ang kanina. Welcome mo tanan sa life ko natural. I'm a different breed, lahit ko na. Animals, we like Eminem, you can call me Marshall. Personal, original, God is immortal. Life goes on, every day. Life goes on, pero walang say. Ay bada sa ilusyon, ikaw rin yun sa imuhang emosyon. Ay bada sa ilusyon, ikaw rin yun sa imuhang emosyon. Bada yun.
You are listening to the best of CD music from the all-time
You caught of love.
to the new
Sayang kong LDR
105.1 TMC, the best of us.
Bye. Sige, tayo. Wala ka ba ba? Dili ka magindog.
Don't wish your money, give mga yung bakang mamin. Don't wish your money, give mga yung bakang mamin. Niya ayos, ipinamay, di wala pa mag-iagit. Ilahi na ningalibel, di na ka makaabas. Pinut among bagi, wala, iniinitibas. You can call me Oli, but I prefer the Gabi. I'm from Bulacan, down in sa Pakita.
Diyan ka, imong
Lugares, mga wali po.
imong diyan ka sa puntahan sa mo panong ulakaw ba ano ni ka ay ano ni ka ano ni mo okay sugod ka kuan sugod ko Soviet manang lingkudan ko ri ha
So dili sa kaig ko na ko sir ining kuan.
dili ikot ka diri sa puntahan
Ada putan.
imong yes mo man ini imong i-follow diri akong
So mo niglingkod na nimo sundon ta ka.
audit anong din ako
Dili lang ako.
dili ako no diri ka niya man imong lingkod dili dayon kaya
Sige sir. So okay na ni sir nga kuan or video kaning video.
ang cinematic
Sige.
Yeah, Bob, you ready, ha? You ready, go there, ha?
Sige sir.
You go there, ha?
Ah.
Go. Top of the morning to everyone. Welcome to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Ang atong hisgutan karong buntaga sa ato ang mag-anisay ta sugbo is unsa man inyong ganaang madawat karong Pasko ha. What are the top 10 gifts if you had to enumerate inyong top 10 wish list unsa may ganahan yung madawat karong Pasko? Let us know. Join us on the chat group of YouTube at Tops Media Center. You can press subscribe so you can join our conversation. Pwede na po mo i-text sa 0999-887-6070 and let us know what do you like to receive this Christmas season. Okay, unsang regalo inyong ganang madawat. Top 10 a wish list sa ato ang mag-anisay ta Sugbo. Join us, okay? Alright. Yes, sir. Mag-anisay ta Sugbo is unsa man inyong ganahan madawat karong Pasko. What are the top 10 gifts if you had to enumerate inyong top of the morning to everyone. Welcome
Welcome to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Ang atong isgutan karong paglaga sa ato ang Alisay na Subways. Top of the morning to everyone. Welcome to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Ang atong isgutan karong paglaga sa ato ang Alisay na Subways. Unsa man inyong kinahang madawat karong Paskoa. One of the top 10 gifts, if you have to enumerate in your top 10 wish list, unsa man kinahang madawat karong Paskoa, let us know. Join us on the chat group on YouTube at Tops Media Center. You can press subscribe so you can join our conversation. Pwede naman mo i-text sa 0999-887-6070 and let us know what do you like to receive this Christmas season. Okay, unsang regalo inyong kinahang madawat. Top 10 wish list sa tuwang mag-anisay na supo. Join us, okay? Top of the morning to everyone. Welcome to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Ang atong isgutan karong paglaga sa ato ang Alisay na Subways. Unsa man inyong kinahang madawat karong Paskoa. One of the top 10 gifts, if you have to enumerate in your top 10 wish list lovers.
Liberate lang gihapon. Liberate Silverine Capsule. Liberating ko na sa diet of exercise. Matagalaw. Liberate Silverine Capsule. Di ang liver lover. Mag-liberate na. Malagang palala ang Liberate na hindi ka magdalagin. Dapat gamitin gamot sa namang uri ng sakit. Alam sa mga liver lovers. Liberate lang gihapon. Liberate Silverine Capsule. Liberating ko na sa diet of exercise. Matagalaw. Liberate Silverine Capsule. Di ang liver lover. Mag-liberate na. Malagang palala ang Liberate na hindi ka magdalagin. Dapat gamitin gamot sa namang uri ng sakit.
All the best dishes from Japan, all originally from Japan. Wakaju.
Welcome to New Year on top of everybody and Cebu's most iconic landmark Tops. Together, let's count down to 2025 at the best place to be. Join us on our grand countdown gala at the Tops event space. Dinner and entertainment plus exclusive access to the Sky 360 show, 360-degree view, and get the best view of the entire Cebu's fireworks celebration. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown. Welcome 2025 at 2,000 feet closer to heaven. At Tops, the Tops New Year Countdown is brought to you by Tops on the Melia Villa Hotel and 105.1 TMC, the best of us.
105.1 TMC, Baile from Domini and Nayela Bree. Maing bungkag ni Janro who's on his way to Cebu City from Dalagit. Pagkalayuan ng Dalagit ra ba? Maing buntag ni mo diya, Janro. So later pagka maabot siguro, I am sure he's supposed to be here to deliver the pasalubong from Ormoc. Ano kay pasalubong gikan sa Ormoc? Ano kay delikasiya ning Ormoc? And Janro's lemongrass iced tea for the New Year party, according to Janro. Also, good morning to Joel Lim. Kani si Joel Lim ba excited kuno kay siya tanan sa Superman, the new Superman, the Man of Steel. Ninana ko na nigawas nga teaser ani kaning Superman movie. I'm not sure kung kinsa ni si James Gunn. Mo ba nga sakto ba kung he's got Joel si James Gunn. Mo kuno ang is it the director or the producer of the movie? This is very interesting because bago raman to na human ang Superman. Katong nasi Wonder Woman katong mga few years ago unya usbo na pod nila. So unsaon sa kanila pag reimagining Superman nga human na bago ra man ni-reimagine nila. Ingon man sila gud nga formula kuno sa success sa mga salida is duhar gyud kabo kuno. It has to be familiar and new at the same time. So, what better way to make sure nga katong duha ka characteristics of a successful box office hit movie are present than making an old movie new, an old franchise new. Superman, the movie, will be coming out next year, 2025, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks for the information, Joel. And once again, happy 52nd anniversary to our friends from the Cebu People's Co-op. They're at Radisson Blue getting ready for their retro Christmas founding anniversary party. Karon pong adlaw siguro i-draw nila ang ilahang mananaog sa house and lot. So good luck to all of you guys. I hope you guys will go home with a house and lot. Speaking of house and lot, unsa man inyong top 10 mga regalo ang ganahan niyo madawat karong Pasko ha? I'd like to know, I'd like to know unsa inyong mga gift ideas para sa inyong kaugalingon, also for your loved ones. I'd like to know ang atong mag-anisay tasugbo karong buntaga is what are the top 10 gifts you'd like to receive this Christmas. Let us know. Text 0999-887-6070 on 105.1 TMC. The best of us. 105.1 TMC, the best of us hit and run. Kalit lang kag gibayaan. Murag hit and run. 9:38 sa Kamuntagon. You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. And what is your name, sir? What is your name, ma'am? And how can I, Jiggy Juice, make you smile today? Saan man ako nga medyo malipay kagamay. Masigamay lang. Let me know. Text me 0999-8876-070. You can join me sa ato ang chat group sa Tops Media Center on YouTube at Tops Media Center. Niingon si Joel Lim nga ang rason ko nung ilahan na pong gi-reboot. Kanang reboot, ang pasabot na ang gihimo na sinaglain nga version. Gi-reboot na po nila ang sa tawagan ni ang Superman. According to him, the character was misaligned in the Sydneyverse. I think it was what his name again? The producer of the director of the movie, the Snyder. Was it Tom Snyder? What's his full name? And a lot of people didn't care anymore for the DC universe. All the DCU movies after 2019 was a flop or disappointing at the box office. The brand was tarnished. Hence the reboot. I don't know. To be honest with you, ang DC nga brand manggod, Zack Snyder, that's the name. Naglibog ni sila. They're actually having a kind of identity crisis because I think manggod, para nako one of the best superhero movies of all time. For me lang a best superhero adaptation of all time kay kaning mga superheroes kaning Marvel o DC. Puros magyud siya mga comics gikan, di ba? Para nako ang best adaptation of all time is really Batman. Batman Forever. Katong trilogy bitaw. Akin sa kay director to nakalimot sa ko. But katong Batman Forever nga si completely forgot his name. The guy who Christian Bale. I think that was the best ever superhero of all time. For me lang ha. So I thought nga in the same way nga that the Marvel Universe had already found its voice ba. Ang style bitaw. Ang style nila ng katawanan, di ba? Ang Marvel Universe naman yun a bit of comedy, ng mga punchline, mga pa-joke-joke diya. Usahay gali, para na ako masubrahan. In the case of, what's his name? The guy who doesn't die. Anyway, I forgot his name again. Jeez. And even Iron Man and everybody in the Marvel Universe, they're always like quick to make a joke, right? And I thought mo na to ilahang and it is their kind of voice. Ang DC Universe, ang voice nila, ang ilang style, I thought was they've already settled on the dark style of movie making. Kaya ang Batman successful man kaayo, right? So I thought I'm gonna basta successful gali ang style, ang genre, not genre, ang style of whatever, music, movie making, mo na ilang balik-balikon kay they've already stumbled upon a kind of a formula for success, right? So naitabuan ni, The Dark Knight. That wasn't, was it Joel Schumacher? That was somebody else, right? Christopher Nolan. Yes, of course. Batman Begins. You're correct. The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight. Para nako. So kaning Superman, see Zack Snyder. I think Zack Snyder was the guy who made. Was he the one who made? I think he didn't have like an impressive catalog of movies before he made Superman, right? Pero para nako, it was still dark, and I thought, that's the voice of Superman. That's the voice of DC. That's the style that they've settled in. So as it turns out, dili gyapon di ay kay murag medyo di man successful, wa man well received. Ultimately man god ang success of a movie, especially in Hollywood nga perting dako gasto sa ilang mga salida sa sine, perting yung dako maabot na pinaka hundreds of millions if not billions. Kaning ang ultimately ang judge gyud is really the audience, right? The box office results of a movie. So mo na siya nga murag feeling nila nga ang Superman kuno murag was misaligned according to the words of Joel Lim. I don't know what he means by misaligned. So mo ko nung reboot nila ang Superman. And guess who's here? Somebody, another super girl herself. Her name is Justine Narvius. May buntag ni mo dyan, Justine.
Hi, Jiggy, top of the morning. I love the look today.
You love the look. Oh yeah. I had to prepare
It's
for a show later on
Oh,
for
perfect.
the atong mga kaigsuunan sa siyudad sa Sugbo. Natay year-end report sa atong achievements sa City Hall sa atong mayor. So
Wow.
I'm gonna have to make a report. But so guys,
Busy day.
So atong gisgutan karong buntaga, Justine, is the top 10 gifts that they'd like to receive this Christmas.
Receive, okay.
Receive siya.
Okay,
Kaya
okay.
December 20 naman, 5 na lang kaadlaw.
Yeah, 5 days more.
Pasko niya. Paghuman, murag ang
Grabe.
kadaghanan sa itong mga kaigsunan, wala pa nakapalit og regalo para natong duha, di ba?
Yes, that's true.
And para sa ilang mga kaigsuunan, ilang mga minahal sa kinabuhi, loved ones nila. So, may pa na lang, ato na lang silang taga-guide.
Yeah.
Kaya usahay man gud lisod kin ibasahon ang
What people
ang
need,
tao
what they
sa
want.
unsa ilang ganahan nga regalo sa kay murag
Exactly.
sometimes kanang labi nag magatiguang ka murag lisod ka ay basahon gid unsay ganahan sa tao nga
Yes.
nga paliton. In fact, ako ang amahan for example
Okay.
wadyo ko kibaon say ganahan ana niya like
Ano naman?
ang iya yung ganahan sa kay t-shirt nga round neck unya
Okay.
na bulsa murag gina
Okay.
every year.
Just to say, like no particular brand or anything?
No,
Basta
no, no,
t-shirt
no
lang yun.
brand, no, nothing. So round neck na t-shirt unya naibulsa.
Naibulsa.
Mura gani ang ganahan yun.
No, that's his style man siguro.
Yeah,
with
but
that.
still like ana mo ginang kanang you already know what you know ba.
Yeah.
Or you already figured out life and you don't need anything anymore.
So it's mostly like,
Lisod
Yeah.
na kayo nabasahon ang unsay ganahan sa tao. So may pag-ilistan lang na ninyo.
yes.
O naon yung tarong, dagaan mo na magpanahon kay alas 12 pa man mo atong programa karong buntaga. Send to us your wish list para mahibaw sa
Yeah.
yung minahal sa kinabuhi, di ba? Kung mo post mo at least mura
You're kind of letting them know.
passive aggressive way of telling them no ba unsay day ganahan.
Kanilang ha, kaning top 10
kanilang
lang.
mo na siya,
That's
di ba, di ba?
smart. Yeah. So you guys can do that by texting us on our text line. That's
Yes.
0999-887-6070.
Sakto.
Or join us on our chats at Stops Media Center on YouTube. Let us know, guys. We already have some people in the chats right now.
Yeah.
Janro is here. Hi, Janro.
May bungkag ni Bida si
May buntag.
Kian Dyong-so. Nako na siya sa shuttle on his way to Taps.
Wow.
He's actually an artist. Si Kian Dyong-so. Munag naghimo ni siya.
Kian Dyong-son,
Tighimo ni
okay.
siya mural. I think he's a mural guy.
Ooh.
So unsa may, for example, kanang artist. Unsa may ganahan ng artist.
Yeah, what do artists
Diba?
want? Because I feel like they're very particular with the kind of materials that they use also, diba?
Yes.
Like, I remember my sister before, when she got into painting, nagito yung specific nga set of paint that she like at mga acrylic and the kinds of brushes. So it's important to know your loved ones' hobbies also. Or if na sila ganahan nga ma-start, for example, this person wants to get into running, mag-marathon. So palito ni mog shoes. So it's like, you have to get to know them
Yeah,
also.
yeah. At the same time, you need to know also what they already have, right?
Kana.
And for example,
Oh.
kanang runner, for example, right? Yeah, shoe imong hunahon ang palito nila. Pero kanang
Ano
sila
siya preferred?
na particular masan na sila sa mga sapatos.
Kana.
So kinahanglan sa kaganahan kag mahibaw sa unsang klase nga sapatos, di ba? Unsang klase nga
What kind?
unsay brand, unsay
Size also.
unsay okay ra ng size kay may bawaan naman na siya, di ba?
Oh.
Kaning unsay kaning
Specifics?
specific shoe as a foot correct kana may flat-footed na arc.
Yeah.
It's so complicated, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes para nako ang safest yun nga regalo is really just cash, man.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like
You know what I think
Yeah.
second to cash is?
Yeah.
Food.
well, di sa kakabaw kung basig na siya
Lagi.
high blood, di ba?
Yeah, mausad na.
Tagaan ni mo glitson. Pwede rasad pero lisod kayo,
Pwede
di ba?
rasad,
Oh.
pero, yeah.
Pero maglisod taga na. So kanang pagkaon po lisod pa na. Ang ikaduhang pinakasayon is the closest to cash, of course, is
Is what?
gift certificate,
Oh,
di ba?
yeah. Gift certs, yeah.
Mo na siya pero nakinumdum ko this is a long time ago. Na ako'y gihatagan og gift certificate. Murag nasuko man to siya.
Uy.
Nasuko siya ngano ko ng gift
Suko,
certificate. Kay murag wala ka nagunahuna unsay akong ganahan. Ano bitaw?
Oh,
mura siya
okay.
kaning-
So it seems like a lazy gift.
Oh, lazy gift.
Kanang murag, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there are some kind of, for example, exchange gift policies nga mo
Yeah.
specify gid sila.
Exchange
no,
gift. Well, I'm not talking about exchange gift.
Oh,
Kanang-
like for example, in parties now, they
Oh,
would
yeah.
specify gid no cash.
no cash.
Or like, yeah, no cash because it feels like it's very really thoughtful. It's
Yeah.
very thoughtless, no?
Yeah.
Nga murag you had nothing else to
Yeah.
give, so
but
you
but
just given
but
cash.
ultimately ba kung totot la tong ginawa na ba mga totot
Oh, mga totot.
totot ba
Oh.
kung if the value of the gift is based on how thoughtful
On a thought, then
the gift is ba
Yeah.
kanang kwarta, isn't that the most thoughtful
It is very
gift
thoughtful
ever,
because
right?
then you're given the freedom to get anything
Exactly,
you want,
right?
No?
So I don't understand ngano nga
I think it's just kana bitang mindset ra bitaw
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the longest
yeah.
time bang wala ni siya nag-effort
Oh.
to buy something but
Yeah.
giving sometimes the cash that you give is
Yeah.
even bigger than if you were to buy a gift.
correct
Right?
correct for
So-
example kanang tagaan mo siya, let's just say for example for the sake of argument, let's just say
Okay.
tagaan mo siya og kinanglan siya og cellphone, di ba?
Okay.
Tagaan mo siya mahal kay nga cellphone. Let's just say iPhone. Pila man ang iPhone karon?
Wow.
Let's just put a peg. Let's just say 50,000 for example,
Okay,
right?
50K.
50K, right? Pero kuha siya cellphone, right? Lipay
Okay.
kasi sa tanan nasa cellphone pero daghan kasi mga panginahanglan ba?
Okay.
Nga ang cellphone is not really in the
It's not a priority.
in a priority
Okay.
list. Kung nasa cellphone, nalipay siya ato good, definitely, right? Nasa cellphone, so na siya magamit ng bagong cellphone, di ba? Pero kung tagaan mo siya 50,000, basig ang 10,000 iyang ipalit og cellphone, ang 40,000 ibayad niya sa eskwelahan, for example.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, asa may mas thoughtful na ron,
Yeah.
di ba?
So
You know,
exactly.
do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think depende lang sa unsay
Depende
panginahanglan
rin yun na
mo.
sa tao also
Oh.
how they perceive that.
Yeah.
But I understand how difficult it is to get someone a gift. Like
Yeah.
in your instance, your dad, you already know what he wants. Katong
Yeah.
round neck na shirt nga na pocket. So is that what he's expecting this year now? Klaro na kayo.
He's been expecting that
That every year.
gift for the past I don't know 50 years.
What if you surprise him when you want? and then
The funny part pag yun is the reason why there's a pocket square, there's a pocket
Sa front?
Sa front. Kaya he used to smoke, right? This was
Oh,
like a
okay.
long time ago. So nalangya po ng pocket, pero di na siya manigarili.
Oh, for whatever na lang it is, just candy or ano ba?
No, he
He doesn't smoke anymore.
Yeah, so that's funny.
Pero naanad lang siya.
Actually, I'll tell you the funny thing about my dad. He doesn't smoke anymore, but he still brings cigarettes.
For why man?
Pero
Just in case.
mura kind of security blanket lang niya ba? Like
Okay. The
just-
feeling lang.
He just holds it and then puts it in his mouth every now and then. But he doesn't light it up anymore. So mura bag, I don't know if you remember.
Naanad lang siguro siya.
What was that movie about ang murag na?
I think that was The Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah,
Diba
yeah.
The character, he still brings it around.
What did he say again? It was like
It was a metaphor daw
Metaphor,
for
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I
it was
don't
a
know
metaphor,
what thing,
yeah.
but metaphor
So,
daw. But he doesn't smoke, the guy.
So I told my dad, you're so fault in our stars, Dad. And of course, he doesn't get the reference and all of that stuff.
Yeah, he should watch the film too.
It's just funny. And
Yeah.
people are asking, Janro especially is asking how Kuya Magic is. I saw Kuya Magic
When?
post lang siya. Ng paghuman. I think his arm, his shoulder is dislocated or even
Oh
fractured.
my goodness.
But he's out of the hospital. I think it's just rest. I think. I don't know if there's surgery. I think marag dili man siguro kanang surgery marag pahuway ra ni siya. So kanag yung abaga mo gini una gyud nga
Lagi.
madaot gyud ko mang motor mo kay ato ang mga technician diri silang duha, silang Melchor ug si Raul. Nani sila na aksidente na sa
Also.
sa motor niya, shoulder sa ilang problema.
Mm.
Right? We were talking about that yesterday. I don't know if you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
listening to us
yeah.
yesterday. He's got me
Motorcycles versus cars.
ni Zandro Fajardo nga kanang motor risky ginang magsakay kag
Yeah,
motor.
it's
So
very risky.
you have to input that when you make a decision to get into a motorcycle. Of course, sure, medyo masayo-sayo kag jutay, right?
Yeah.
Maka-save ka og jutay sa gasolina or maybe even dako sa gasolina. Pero you have to also
Consider the risks.
imo sang magkuan sa ka
Weigh it out.
nasa kay alkansiya sa imuhang hospitalization
Kana.
eventually para in kasog makinaunsa imuhang na-save sa gasolina og na-save nimo sa sa panahon sa oras
You
nga di
can
ka
use
malit magamit sa nimo kung magpa-hospital ka ni imuhang shoulder ma-dislocate, right, like Kuya Magic,
Oh, nako.
right?
Yeah.
Pero mo lagi in our attempt to save sometimes dili ta makakita sa long-term
and
effects
the
of our
risks of
decision
that.
making
Yeah.
but you know if kung magbantay-bantay lang jud ka mag-careful lang jud ka or maybe apart yun na sa imong persona ba nga you like adventure, you like
You're a
you
thrill
like
seeker.
you like to live on the edge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ikaw kaya kuya or ate or ati Justin, okay ra ka? Mura man kag kaning naay gamayng emergency gahapon unsa mo tong pag-unsa?
Yeah,
Okay
yeah.
ra
I
to?
couldn't make it here. I'm so sorry, guys.
okay,
But
okay.
I'm here now today.
Okay ra to? Okay ra ka?
Yeah.
Wala ka na aksidente?
Simba ko, thank
Okay.
God, wala,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay.
But I just had to take care of something, and
Okay.
I'm glad I'm here for the last day of the week
Yeah.
for TOTM.
Kamusta man imuhang
Awesome.
Asturias nga kaning trip nimo? Kamusta man
Yeah,
to?
we were supposed to go, but we weren't able to
Okay.
to make it na lang pag Wednesday.
Okay.
Supposedly. So usually, if we're all complete at home, like
Okay.
if wala klase akong sister,
Okay.
sometimes we visit our farm stay sa
Okay.
Asturias. Daghan na daw kay magkanding dito.
Kanding. Oh.
Yes.
Oy, nganong namay dag kanding dito sa man? Gabuhi mo kanding.
Yeah.
Wa may kabayo dito.
No kabayo.
Nganong may kabayo?
To be honest, we're still getting the hang of like even trying to take care of the kanding.
Ah.
It's actually a lot of work. There,
Yeah,
no? Like
gapoy
you
ka ng
know, I
kanding.
didn't know nga you have to like make sure nga na sila kanang every once in a while.
Shelter, na sila shelter.
yeah,
Oh,
or else
oh.
they'll get sick.
Yeah.
And then they're very particular with the kind of like
Oh.
the grass that they eat or something like that.
Lisod kayo
Then
na-
you can't higot them for too long daw.
Yes.
Okay, they would start to
Yeah,
get
you have to let them walk around, right?
okay, more sila they feel cooped up or something like that.
yeah.
So they're actually pretty much like us.
Yeah, lisod kayo na
Kandings are very hard to-
i-take care ka ng mga the goat, di ba?
The goats.
Mga the goats, di
The
ba?
goats are hard to take care of.
Na namta mi kanding farms at sa Barili at
Yeah.
which was by my tito Benny na ko ni paghuman murag di surrender to siya kay kanang parag kaning murag tao gid lagi gihimuan
It is.
gyud bay.
Yes.
Yan magbitay-bitay jud ka kanang murag their food it has to be like hung or something.
Oo.
Ibitay siya para murag sayo nila kanon, di ba?
Something like
And
that.
all of that stuff niya kaning murag pagbagyo bitaw murag nahurot bitaw to ang
Hala.
nahurot ang ilang balay-balay.
So they had no place to stay.
also gapari construct na sa and all that stuff plus not to mention the stench of the goat dung, di ba?
Kanapod.
Pero
Yeah.
dilim na do goat
They
horse.
easily get dehydrated pa also. So,
Correct.
yeah,
Pi-
they're actually high maintenance.
pero ang ako ang ganahan gud siya mo palit og goat dung for fertilizer kuno mas maayo kuno ng goat dung compared sa horse dung kay di bang traditional nga
Di ba na siya cow ang gamiton?
no usually
Cow dung?
horse na siya.
Horse,
Ang
okay.
ako na ibawa na.
Okay.
Horse na siya usually ni paghuman maayo kuno ng
Or
goat.
mas better ang goat.
Oh,
Okay,
ako
maybe
according
we'll try that out. We don't
Yeah.
really have mga crops there kay
Yeah.
as I said, we're not we I think before nag-try man me to grow corn or something like that pero we're not very good at
you have a like you said black thumb.
We're not
diba?
very good at growing things. So for now we're trying out the kanding and
Okay.
then I think hopefully throughout the holiday season like maybe in a couple days we'll visit again and we'll see. We'll see
okay.
no kumusta na ka tong mga kanding na mo,
Mao
no?
gyud.
And if you guys have tips for any of those nga nag-breed og mga kanding, kindly
Yeah.
send them over sa atong chat because like we're new to this. We're still new. I think my dad has a friend lang nga he's asking advice from.
Okay.
So yeah.
Unsa man yung klase nga goat inyong kanding? Unsa man siya kaning?
That I don't even know to be
Okay.
honest like
Sa unsay kolor ano niya imong kanding? Puti, black siya.
black.
Daggo siya sungay or dili?
I think sa murag wala pa sila yung mga sungay.
Wala pa yung sungay.
Yeah.
Wala pa na sungay eh.
Wap. Yeah.
In time, masungayan na sila.
And then yeah, they grow really fast too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, unsa man na kaning wala pa ka na-attach sa imong kanding?
No.
Wala pa pangan imong mga kanding?
Well,
Huh?
the first few ones we named them. You know what's the name?
Kinsa man?
Si Me.
Si Me.
And then the other one was Ne.
Ne.
Me and Ne.
Oh, niya.
And I couldn't even tell the difference.
Okay, so
na si Me
unsa
ug si Ne.
unsa man na si Ne og si Me?
Black sila nga kanding and they're small.
Unsa man ni sila para pet ni sila or para kaon ni sila? Unsa man niya?
That I don't know unsay plan pero I just see
Lami ra ba kay ng kaldereta gyud sos?
I don't eat manggod
You don't eat kanding?
Yeah, I don't eat kanding. I don't
No.
like the smell.
Really?
I feel like it's very kanang
Nakisay.
hait yang smell ba?
Oo, tinood ka.
So even if it's like all the spices and all.
Mahal na ba ng kanang meat sa kanding sa? Mahal na number one, healthy sa na ang meat sa kanding.
I think
So
they're planning to sell.
okay.
Me and Ne.
Me ane. So
Yeah.
so
Me,
unsa man
ne.
unsa man pag-report ni ko ni daddy ni mo mami ni mo na dahil kanang amon ang giihaw si Me.
Ug si Ne.
Og si Ne.
I haven't even checked kung nakapag sila sa farm. I don't know if they're still there. Basta the first few ones we named it Me and Ne. Yeah.
So unsa man ni siya?
What a typical name.
Dili na nasa typical. I've never heard of a me. That's a sound that they make,
yeah,
right?
that's why. Yeah, we'll just name it Me and Ne.
Kaning unsa tawag gani is this Are you just going to make them bigger and
I think they're gonna
healthier,
sell. I think they're gonna sell them after they're really big now.
Are you breeding goats there? Kaya namsa ang murag ang pagbuhian ng kanding usually is pagpadako lang, di ba? Palit sila murag gamay niya padakon niya baligya, di ba?
I think that's what we're doing.
Nasa uban nga magbreeding o kanding, di ba nga ilahang paanakon, di ba?
I think they're enough to breed na though. Magdaghan naman siguro ang mga ano. The thing is, last time I was there, my dad was there already like a few Fridays ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And yan, apas kami sa akong mom kalit like in the middle of the night, me, my mom, my siblings,
Okay.
we drove there and we arrived there like 4 a.m. na 3 a.m.
Okay.
Para lang mo apas ba. Yan, was so sleepy. I didn't even mind the mga goats. I didn't care na natog na ko diretso. So I didn't even notice. Kay
So
gabi na to.
nakaadtog yun mo di ay?
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago. Maybe 2 weeks ago.
But not this week.
Nah, not
Okay,
this week.
okay.
Not this week.
Kung nag-text mo na ako ang daughter o dad, magpatupi ko na siya.
Oh, cool. Hi, Summer.
You know what? You know what ka nang patupi ba usually?
Yeah, where does she go?
Wala pa ko kabaasan, wala na siya suki as like me
Yeah,
also wala sa ko'y suki. How do you call this?
Pulra man ang haircut.
Kanang pagpa-haircut usually buhaton as mga tao also kanang padung nag New Year, di ba?
Yeah, that's perfect.
New
before
look, New Year, right?
No, New Year, New Me. Ano ba?
New look, right?
New Year, New look.
Kasi mura mo
yeah.
sana ganing metaphor for the new you, right?
Yeah, would
Is-
you ever do that, Jiki? Would you want to change up your look for the New Year?
Change up my look. You know what?
Yeah, is there something you'd like to change about your style or your look for the New Year? Like,
I'm-
if you could, would you?
I'm open to it every day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not set in my ways as far as
Your
the-
style and your
the way
look.
the way I look. Although I've kind of settled in for example, kaning
A certain color palette.
nga
Oh.
murag white. The reason for that is very simple. It's very utility.
Yes.
The utility for that is I grow like snowflakes on my head very often. In fact,
Snowflakes.
So what I do is make sure nga for some reason, I don't know if this has any scientific basis, Justin.
Oh.
Pero nakabantay ko if I wear white, the snowflakes disappear.
The snowflakes on your head disappear if you wear white.
Kung mag-black ko, mudaghan. So I don't know unsay scientific basis ano niya,
Yeah,
murag
yeah.
mahadlok siguro ni ang dandruff nako kung puti akong sulubon.
No,
Di mo-
actually, your scalp is listening. Like,
Oo,
nag-white man
nag-white siya.
Blending
Di lang ta magpagawas kay mo blend naman ta, di
Yeah,
ba?
blend naman
Oh,
ta.
pero kung itom gali akong sulubon, magawas na sila
Yeah,
yun.
maklaro da yun.
Oo, ako sabot.
They want to be known, man.
So mo na ang reason nga nang mag-white ko.
Yeah, white's a good color too.
Because of the snowflakes that I grow.
Snowflakes that fall.
Yeah, yeah. So mo na siya, but in terms of style sa akong buhok, for example, hinangutan naman ka.
Yeah. Would you
Usually
wanna change it for the New
what-
Year?
when I say I want a new style,
Mm.
I just sit there and tell my barber, go crazy with my hair.
Wow, you trust your barber
I
that
tr-
much?
yeah, yeah.
Like, you'll just say, para bahala, ha?
I don't care what's the worst that could happen, man. You know. So-
ano ka, is kalbo ka.
Yeah, I don't. I actually that's also a option to me. Like
Yeah, you've considered that?
I'd like to have like a no hair one day, right? Like paupaw ba in terms
Yeah.
of
Yeah, yeah.
style and all
Once,
that stuff.
for once lang.
Yeah, yeah. So, muna, ikaw, how about you? Like, are you that kind of person nga? When it's a new year, like you want to have something like a new
New?
look or a new
Ah.
outfit or something new as far as your hair goes or any part of your body goes, like not a new style, for example.
No, not really. I think I have a particular style I like to follow lang yun. I do like mga neutral colors. I like anything that has to do with white, mga nude browns.
Okay.
I really like those tones.
Okay.
So I think even for the new year, I wouldn't change up my style.
Okay.
But there's something I've always wanted to do. Not sa New Year. I don't know when lang nako timing on Jiggy, but I would feel like it would be nice for me to shave off all my hair. Like magpakalbo ba?
Shave off all your hair.
I thought about it once.
Really?
Like,
Nga naman.
kay para mo grow back siya thicker. Because
Really?
I have very thin hair.
Wait. Kana siya? I think that's a myth.
Is it a myth
I
ba?
think that's
I
a
wanna
myth.
test it out.
I think
Kaya
that's a
kanin
myth.
lagi yung mga guy friends na ako ba, kung magpaupaw sila, kusog lagi mo tubo ilang hair after. So
Kusog mo tubo nga. Kay
maybe I'm thinking like, is it gonna be like a reset? Is it gonna be like
No, I don't-
healthier siguro?
I don't think so.
And then it would be nice to have to not worry about shampoo and conditioner for
Yes,
once. And then,
yes.
but maybe I don't want to just do it for like an aesthetic reason. There has to be like, if ever I'm gonna do that with my life, like to
Okay.
shave off all my hair, I want
Okay.
it to like go with some, I don't know, like a meditation thing for it means something at least, you
Yeah.
know? You know how people go through that? Like if they go through a meditation kanang practice and all
yeah.
that, and then they decide, okay, I'm gonna kanang shave off all worldly things and then shave off
Yeah.
their head.
Yeah, I think
I've been thinking about that for a while,
Yeah.
but then
hair is actually one of those things that sort of you're so conscious about, right? Because
yes,
it's in front
they're
of you,
very
right?
worldly.
Yeah, it's very it's in front of you, right? And hair is mura og daghang kay style, takes a lot
Yeah.
of maintenance,
Maintenance, yeah.
and all of that stuff, and it sort of frames your face, you know. So
Defines your look,
yeah.
so-
So you wanna look good and all that stuff.
So if you want to break free from that, then
Yeah, but you have to contend with you have to be comfortable with your face,
yeah.
with your head.
Because
with
then I would feel bad. Like I probably I think it's a good idea, but maybe after like couple weeks, di na ka maandal sa imong look, and then
Yeah.
you start to miss your hair. But
yeah.
so
No, definitely. You'll
you-
definitely miss your hair.
So that's why I'm
Kay-
thinking, kano so ka na ko i-timing
Ang
I would shave it all off.
Actually, that already crossed my mind. I remember if I was going to travel, like get the hell out of this nation for a long
the hell
time.
out of this nation.
Maybe like for like a couple of months or maybe a year or maybe even longer. Magpapaw siguro ko.
Yeah.
Like maybe like I'm in a totally new place. And then
Like start fresh.
Yeah, start
Is it a
fresh.
metaphor thing, or you just kind of want to?
No,
like, starting fresh comes with that.
Well, it is a metaphor also, but at the same time, may kailan mo dito.
Oh, so
right,
parang,
so-
you know, start anew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
I would do that good if
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just considering. There's just so many other things I'm considering. Like if ang kaya ba ko with a bald, like maybe the shape of my head is weird too.
yeah.
But like if I were not to think about anything, just shave it all off.
What I
eh.
do, anaon na ko, tanawon na ko sa imagine na ko sa akong naong kung
walay buhok.
Ana. So
Yeah.
anaon na ko. So
Yeah.
maybe you can do the same, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. How about you guys? Are you planning to have a new look for this
For the new year, yes.
Kamo, nagpatupi ba mo? Like sa summer, color mo?
Kadaghanan na ba kanang magpausab og buhok sa kung dili mangali New Year kanang nag-away sa silang uyab.
Oh, is that
Nagbuwak
a
sila.
thing?
Mo na sila kadaghanan na mga uban.
Okay.
Nga moraga, you know, like you wanna have a new look
Mm.
because you have like a new life and all of that stuff.
I think
Another kind
that's-
of metaphor, right?
I think yeah, that's a metaphor for a lot of people, or
Yeah.
kanang marag start anew or something like that, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe a lot of you guys are thinking about that too for the new year.
According to Kwan Joel Lim, ang snowflakes kuno dili kuno na mahadlok og ito mo color nga color sa sanina
Oh.
nimo. Na
They
ako
just blend
na ako no kuno mo blend lang kuno. Really? So dili di nga hadlok ang snowflakes nako
Oh,
sa
dili
sa
ra. They
puti.
just blend into your clothes.
mo
And even
di ay.
put siya, I think there are apps on the phone that can help you imagine yourself bald. You know what? I'll look into that. I
Yeah.
didn't know. Nabitaw mga AI ba nga, they can like edit you and
Mm-hmm.
help you see how you'd look like if you were bald.
Yeah.
That's the best way. Okay, you know what? That's a good way to decide how you want to shake up your look for the new year. Pangitaan ninyo ang
Ani
ka
ay,
ng mga
ani ay.
filters ba?
Ani ay.
Guys, Kuya Magic, may kaya ng mga filter.
Pangita ko na anang filter just here ni atong suwayan karong
Atong
buntaga.
tanawon kung
Atong tan-aw unsay itsura nato kung upaw ta. Right?
you got it?
Right?
You have it ba?
Wala. Atong pangitaon lang.
Okay.
Nanay gisubmit si kano si Nathan Andre Navarrete.
Hello, Nathan.
Top 10 things nga ganahan niya
He
para.
wants for Christmas.
Oo.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, number 10 niya kay
Number 10?
good health. Number 9, running shoes. Number 8, running shoes. Number 7, running shoes. Number 6, running shoes. 5, 4, 3, 2. And number 1 for Nathan is running shoes.
Running shoes, but he's
More.
not specific. You don't have a specific brand.
Specify mo ang running shoes, Nathan.
Yeah,
Kay,
what kind of brand? You know what? Niagi ko sa mall ba?
Okay.
And I think like one of the brands that I would really like for running shoes
Yeah.
kaya ang Puma.
really?
Nindot kaya siya like
Wow,
the
okay.
sole is so thick
Wow,
and
okay.
its shape is nice too. So I would go for Puma.
Ang kuang ganahan gyud nga running shoes kung mga tanak kaon sa brand, akong ganahan nga paliton is Hoka gyud.
Hoka?
I think Hoka is like a Hawaiian
Oh.
inspired brand. And
How do you spell that?
Hoka.
Okay.
It's like a new brand.
Is that like in
re-
malls here? Dili na online na, no?
Relatively new brand. No, na sa mga malls karon. In
Ano
fact,
na ba?
gi-sale
Hoka?
mga Hoka. This
What
is
do you
re-
like about that?
This is really good for running shoes.
Okay.
These are running shoes. And nakabantay sa ko pag aton ako sa America early this year, people used to buy New Balance, right? Pero nabantayan ako ang mga nurses dito, mga doktor dito, Hoka nang gisulob nila because these people, manggod, especially the nurses and the medical practitioners, kanang magtindog is like dugay, right? So they've already...
So they have to be comfortable.
Yeah, they have to be comfortable for a long period of time. So ang naitabuan na is gimurag ng usab nag-switch ang mga tao dito. So I feel like murag there's something to this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna get
Gonna go for that.
Yeah, I'm probably get a Hoka for
I
myself.
remember last year I bought myself some Nike running shoes. And,
Okay.
And I remember it was online.
Okay.
And then the size was wrong. So pag
Oh no.
Yeah, pag abot niya, it was so sad. I just sold it to like one of my coworkers na
Okay,
lang.
okay.
So, you know, it was good. I sold it na lang niya. kanang, I remember, as teachers in Ateneo, we have supposedly like a 15% discount sa ANTA
Okay.
because one of their major partners is ang basketball team sa Ateneo. So if you present if you're a student or a teacher, faculty, or
Okay.
employee of the school, you get a discount. Yeah, wala di ko kapalit. I wasn't able to, use that discount. So sayang.
Pero unsa man ni siya? Running shoes ni siya.
You can buy anything
But,
there from
but
ANTA.
di ba ako mo tanong is unsa imong plano ganahan?
Oh, I would have wanted to buy running shoes.
So that
would've been
you,
cool.
so you're planning to kaning take up running or
Kunuhay, but
no
running kunuhay.
seriously like unsa man kaning
Not really for like marathon or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Pero
yeah.
we have a treadmill at home.
okay.
Yeah, akong shoes pag pandemic dugay na kaayo
Okay.
nakuha na gid siya. So
Okay.
yeah, I wanted to try out running, and I ended up just buying something from Nike na lang
Oh,
instead.
so
Yeah.
pero dili sa running shoes.
Running shoes siya. I forgot the name. I'm not very particular ba ya? Like as long as it's light for me, that's fine na. And it's
Dili na
white.
actually if you think about it kanang running shoes importante biya na nga sakto imong gipili.
Yes.
Sakto na siya imong pilion gyud kay daghang kayong mga factors na nga maka-injured, ma-injured ka like imong tuhod madaot, kung sayop imong sapatos nga gipalit kung dili para running, depende pa na sa imong shapes imong sapatos,
Sa imong feet.
sa imong tiil, imong lapalapa na may mga kaning mag-arc na pa flat-footed, di ba? Unsa man ka, are you flat-footed or are you na arc imong
Oh
tiil?
my. I think I have an arc. Looking at it right now,
Mhm.
I feel like I have an arc. No.
Yeah.
I haven't. I haven't consulted anyone for
Yeah.
that. Ni palit ra ko online.
Yeah.
Like, but that would help next time. If you're looking into running shoes, especially for Nathan
Yeah.
or whoever's buying Nathan a gift,
Yeah.
can kindly consider those factors, no? Kung flat-footed
Okay,
ba ni
okay.
siya or unsa.
Okay.
So how about you guys? What other things do you want for Christmas? Send us your top 10 list and padungog diha sa imong mga loved ones.
Yeah.
0999-887-6070 or join us top of the morning or Tops Media Center rather on
Okay.
YouTube and
Okay.
then join us at chat. So we have Herbert Abeliana saying TOTM sa tanan, Derek Leona, maadjong buntag, top of the morning, Jiggy Justine.
Okay.
Joe Lim says trivia. Hoka means to fly in Maori language.
Wow.
Oh, that's so Hawaiian
Wow.
gid eh siya, Hoka.
Hawaiian gid siya.
That's cool.
Yeah, in fact, na Hoka trilogy run niya. I think it culminates in Manila, I think.
Okay.
Atong tak na karon 10 minutos ang nilabay sa alas 10. You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Narvios. Top of the morning, guys.
Ang atong hisgutan karon buntaga sa atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo is what are the top 10 gifts you'd like to receive?
Receive for Christmas.
this
This is the time na, guys. Padungog na mo, guys.
Oh, lagi akong gisuldihan sila bitaw nga
Come on.
kung ganahan mo mag-shopping og mga regalo para sa inyong kagalingon sa inyong mga minahal sa kinabuhi, adto mo karong buntaga kay ini gagabi ang traffic padong sa Ayala,
Oh,
padong sa SM, padong sa
grabe
Robinsons,
na.
padong sa Gaisano, Metro Gaisano, puwerte ng taasa sa traffic, puwerte
Yeah.
ng taasa sa cashier. So my goodness and namjugoy ka ng a kind of mura bitaw pet peeve, Justine.
Yeah.
There's nothing worth any line. Like I kanang lami nga restaurant, taas kay linya.
Once you see the line, ma-turn off na kamarag abala ka diya.
Unsa na kalami ng kanang so na kanang alawlaw, unsa alawlaw?
Yaw-yaw.
Yaw porting taas linya.
Have you tried it?
I've already tried it because my friends
Pero uwi kayo ang line. Every single
my
time.
friends from Ayala bought me kay Ayala gud sila so they were able
To get you some yaw-yaw.
Yaw-yaw. Pero kung maglinya kung napo kung maghuwat ko murag
Dili na worth it.
my philosophy is really there's nothing worth waiting that long.
Wait, but I remember you said that there was like something, like a store, last week, nga palit kag belt nga, taas ang pila, and you were like, ooh, what
No,
is
no,
this?
no.
Walay pila, it just said sale.
Walay pila, daghag tao. Pero walay pila. So
So
I
that's different.
No.
Oh.
I'll give you the nuanced story here.
Okay.
Nakakita ko taas nga pila.
Yes.
Adili taas nga daghang tao.
Oh, in that store.
So again, padong na ko guli ato. So we are predictably irrational. Huno na aginan yung kagulingon na kita mga human beings who are predictably irrational. Makakita kitag linya,
Okay.
mahibong ito nganong naman sila dia.
Oh, what's
So niya
going on?
pila you go. Even I know that fact. I've read that book a bazillion times about how predictably irrational our
Rational
brains
we can
work,
be.
right? So niadto ko kay nag-sale lagi ko no. So pag adto nako, nakita ko sa akong pinangita nga puti nga bakus.
Kaya, that's also very hard to
Yeah,
find.
lisod na pangitaon,
That's very
right?
hard to find.
So akong gibuhat, gikuha na ko, pila man 50% off sir. O sige,
Okay,
pila,
perfect.
barato. So okay na. Magtindog na ko sa cashier, in my head, ga-calculate na ko, maabot gani tulo ka tawo ang linya. Ako gini ibilin ang
Really?
ang
Even if you
bakos.
found the excuse me.
Yeah.
Even if you found the perfect item,
Yeah,
once
yeah.
maabot nagtulo ka tawo, di na gid ka mo line
So
up.
anyway, so nako sir, sir darang bakos gikuha mo din niya ang bakos sa cashier ba niya gipabayad man ko so
So no choice na.
so no what I mean it's human so I didn't wait that long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's worth it.
Okay,
You know what you need, Jiggy? You need someone to line up for you.
It's
Pwede ka
like a
kapuyan.
shopper. No man good.
Suguon nimo si Von o si Summer nga bayaran ni dito sa counter.
That's what
Ikaw na ka maghuwat.
That's what I do actually. But if I'm alone though,
Yeah.
it's like me asking the universe, should I get this or not, right?
So that's the sign.
Oh,
Kung taas na
kung
gani
taas
pila,
yung linya, pahawaton pa ko, pasabot, that's not for you. You know, I know it's there. I know you know you brought
probably want it.
you can afford that, you know, like that 500 peso belt or whatever price it is. But you're gonna have to be patient and I
And
go
wait.
and wait, right? But if you're not patient, then that's not for you. You know what I mean? So
that's a sign.
I'd rather apply patience on something else, you know?
Okay.
Because there are things that I need to be patient for, not for a damn belt.
Yeah. Like for example, getting out of the parking, dugay ka ay na.
Yeah,
Marunong kay choice.
finding my car.
Kana po, that takes time.
Ako nang buhaton sa SM.
You know what stores?
Seaside, you know what I do? Picture man gyud ako unsang
Ang kanang area.
asa ko
Malipog
nakaparke.
mo eh.
Oh, lisod kay sana pag human. I always remember unsang store, the
Ang
first
nearest to
store
that.
that I saw.
Yeah.
You were
That's
about to
true.
say something. Go ahead.
What was I about to say? Oh yeah. I'm like that too, but sometimes there's no other choice to wait. Like, you know what I hate? Taas kay pila? Pharmacies.
Unsa?
Ako sabot.
Kanang pharmacy.
Pharmacies.
Sus, my
Like,
goodness, yeah.
grabe. I don't know what's, especially not, I feel like all the senior citizens go to Mercury Drug
Yeah.
the most.
Correct.
And they're fast man. Hinoon og service.
Okay.
Watson's, Mercury Drug, they're always taas kay pila.
Correct.
Like there's always just, even if open tanan counter, labi na ang Watson's Ayala, it's
No
always
good,
open.
no
So
good.
that's why I prefer sometimes kind
So
of
that-
self checkout
that's
counters.
really like a bad sign, right? That means that people are sick, right?
Yeah.
and
Oh,
and also they
no.
and for those people they really value their health, so it goes back to the gift giving na pod, right? Mahatag ka kwarta, mas maayos siguro kay basig na like tambal nga ganahan paliton,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it's actually very thoughtful.
Unsaon man nilang cellphone for example, kung wa sila tambal palit og tambal ilan lang ibaligya pag human.
And yun diri si Joel Lim, you know, they can sell the cell phone to pay bills and other stuff, pero
Mo lagi.
you give them that hassle pa.
Yeah, number one, number
Karta
two,
is very practical.
and number two, the value of the cell phone when you sell it will be reduced, na.
And some people are also like me who are hilig of online shopping. So if they receive cash as a gift, it
Yeah.
would be good kay
Mag-shopping online.
shopping ka online.
Diba,
You can
diba?
choose
Yeah,
mismo
yeah,
what you want,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Ako maka-choose siguro ko kung cash akong i-receive ko, siguro unsa nga currency siguro. Mo prefer siguro kung pound siguro or dollar siguro.
Dollars. You know what I would actually go for?
Go ahead.
Services.
Services.
If someone would give me cash,
Really?
like right now, yeah,
Massage?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think I would go
Really?
for mga massage,
Really?
mga foot scrubs, stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't usually go for that I rarely go for that.
Really?
I rarely go for massages or mga
Wow.
mga service, mga manicure, mga ana. So, you know, if that would be like a little treat for yourself, no,
Yeah.
work, something you don't usually go for,
Yeah.
mga facial, mga
Yeah.
ana. So like that's why I would appreciate cash or something.
Yeah.
If
Dad, Mom, did you hear that?
Hala.
Did you hear that, Mom and Dad? She just wants cold, hard cash.
pero the older I get,
The older you get,
food naman
the
akong
more you need
pangitaon.
medicine. Ano man, ha?
Food naman akong pangitaon.
Really?
Kung ano, yeah.
Ako, the older I get, kaning the more I don't need anything na good. Like
Yeah.
like if you ask me like what
What
I
do you
want,
want?
what I
You
want.
can't think of something
Yeah.
right away.
How about you, Justin? What do you want?
Wala, I want-
Give me your top 10
Hala.
wish list for your Christmas. Like what do you want to receive? Okay, this is kind of a selfish question.
Ooh.
But you know, anyway, I'll ask you this question. Unsa may mo ganahang madawat karong Pasko? Top 10.
Top 10. I
Top 10.
can't rank them.
Okay.
Pero
Not necessarily in ascending order or in order of value. It's just napuo lang kabukbutang ganahan nimong madawat karong Pasko
Okay.
ka.
I would like to dawat.
Go ahead. You'd like to dawat what?
I would like to dawat fresh fruit.
Fresh fruit.
Yes.
Unsa nga klase nga fresh fruit?
Strawberry.
Kanang Korean nga strawberries?
Yeah, kanang tamis because they're hard to find.
Yeah, kanang Korean nga puting mahala ng Korean
That's
nga.
why. That's why I'm like, yeah.
Pag-adto nako sa kaning sa tindahan ba?
They're not in season.
Sa grocery store ba pag
Mahal
sa
kayo na.
fruit section nakadot og text sa balay nga ni Summer nga palit kog kaning Korean strawberry be.
Yeah.
Kay isagol ko niya sa for some
Yeah.
food ba.
Oh,
Tapos
yeah.
pagtan-on
Mahal kayo.
ako nga tag 700 man.
Yeah, that's why.
Purating gamaya ra ba?
That's why.
Okay, kuha na akong strawberry pero dili Korean.
Regular strawberries na lang.
Oh, sige. Fresh fruits.
Fresh
okay.
fruit like strawberry kanang dili kayo in
Dili
fruits
in
that you don't
season?
really get to eat as much, like I would say
Okay.
strawberry, kiwi, kanang nga na.
Okay.
Those two fruits.
Sige, kinsa pa?
Okay. I would also appreciate a silk pillowcase.
Silk pillowcase.
Yes.
Silk pillowcase.
Because that's very good for girls who have hair fall problems like
Yeah,
me.
okay.
That's good daw for your makaano daw na siya makalesen ng hair fall. I've heard ha.
Really?
Yeah, kay kanang mga people suffering with hair fall, they usually have a particular kind of pillowcase nga dili maka-irritate daw sa imong
Nganong so kanang
cotton, for
cotton
example.
maka-irritate?
supposedly it makes you have hair fall
Really
more
na?
compared
Okay,
to
okay.
like the actual
You're-
kung real nga silk nga pillowcase daw.
No,
mao daw na.
mo sa pareha sa kang summer day nga sige
Yes,
hair fall.
same in the summer.
Kaning inig tan-aw nako sa kuan sa either sa banyo or sa kuan sa corners of the room.
Yeah, we're like dogs.
murag kaning si Cooper sad magsagol ang
mag-shed og buhok.
balhibo sa tawog, balhibo sa iro.
Yes, exactly.
So silk pillowcase. What else? What else you want to
Oh my
receive?
goodness.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hard for me to think
These
of
are
stuff
these are
aside
the
from food.
these are the top 10 things that Justine Narvius would like to receive this Christmas. Okay, you have 5 days to locate
What else? What else?
silk
What else?
silk what do you call this, silk pillowcase or fresh fruits that are not common. What kind of fruits do you like?
Strawberry,
Strawberry,
kiwi.
kiwi. I like
Yeah, I
kiwi.
like kiwi, no?
According to
Mangoes.
according to my son Vaughn, it's the healthiest fruit in the
Kiwi?
world. The kiwi. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the kiwi.
Okay, so then all the more that I want kiwi.
Yeah.
Why is it the healthiest fruit?
Kiwi. Wait a minute. Are we talking about the same thing? Kanang murag brown galingin?
Yes, it's brown
Yeah,
nga and when
green?
you open it, it's green.
Ah, yeah, that's the one.
And then yung mga seeds.
Seeds, yeah.
Yes.
That's the healthiest fruit kuno in terms of density of nutrients
really?
and all of that stuff considered. And but here's the thing, there's a trick on how to eat it, because my daughter, she's also a kind of health buff, but she doesn't like to eat the skin.
You
Okay.
can't eat it kay it's hairy man.
It's hairy, but
Yeah, so what do you do?
yang is scrape ni Summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my son Vaughn says that's the way you eat kiwi, Dad.
Ew.
Because the fiber, that's very high fiber.
So you're supposed to eat the
You're
hairy
supposed
skin?
to eat the skin of
Oh,
the
no.
kiwi.
Okay, I can't do
so
that.
so
It is really
so-
nasty. Ang texture is weird for
yeah,
me.
yeah, because it's fiber.
hairy.
It's fiber.
Ah,
So
okay.
see, Summer doesn't want to eat it because it's easily a hiding place for bacteria and whatnot.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. So what the compromise there is hugasan ginug mayo,
Yeah.
and then you bite into it. So that's what I do now. I eat it with
You can bite in. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
even know that. I would
yeah.
always just
slice it, right?
Slice it
Yeah,
and peel
sige.
it off.
Okay. What else do you want?
Oh my goodness, markana raman siguro akong ma-think of for now.
Okay. According to Joel Lim, same with me, Jiggy. I don't really want anything particular this Christmas. Join us in our chat group at Tops Media Center. Unsa ganahan yung madawat sa karong
Yeah,
karong
guys,
Pasko,
what do
ha?
you want for Christmas?
Top 10 things you'd like to receive this Christmas season. Text 0999-887-6070. Amo ang mahatag ninyo karong Pasko, ha? Kay karinig yung mga
Bahanding.
bahanding Bisaya
Yeah.
nga na mga kanta nga limta na sa panahon.
Yes.
Okay, paminawon lang niyo para dili na ko basahon akong tibok script. Listen. Hi, this is Jiggy Juice. Pasko na jud. Ang amuang kinasing-kasing nga pinaskuhan kay kanira yung mga bahanding Bisaya sa mga awit sama nila ni Pilita Corrales, Dulce, Max Sorban, Yoyoy Villami ug uban pa. Mga dalit nga nalimta na sa panahon among ibalik. Hinaot ta nga inyong Pasko malipayon ug puno sa gugma. Maayong Pasko sa kaninyong tanan from 105.1 TMC.
Ang Disyembre ko ay malungkot. Pagka-miss kita, ano man
Hi, this is Gatsby. Namina ka sa pinakasubuanon na radio station. 105.1 TMC. The best of us. Aren't you tired of listening to the radio? And there's fighting music everywhere you go. Aren't you sick of always listening by default? You've been brainwashed, baby. It's really not your fault. Aren't you bored of those redundant shallow loves?
Ano ba? Di ba?
What you need are words that linger through the years. Your life, musical bed, the soundtrack of your tears. I can sing straight to your heart. I can make you close your eyes, think and feel.
Hi guys. Woo. This is what happens when you never walk. When you do actually walk, like me, just to freaking go downstairs. Ang ako, tagmayo. Eh.
Something for you.
Oh wow! Jiggy, thank you! Oh my goodness! I love this. Thank you, Jiggy. Wait, I'll take a selfie with you with it. Okay. Okay lang? Ano lang? I got you. Thank you, Jiggy. Your face is like, yeah. Yay, thank you, Jiggy.
Everything okay there, Yazin?
Yeah?
What happened there? Your grandma sick?
No, I just need to go home to finish something real
Okay.
quick, yeah. Sorry for the late, late.
No problem.
Jason could-
No, I thought that was like a kind of emergency, but
not quite.
I mean, emergency meaning like emergency at home. Maybe your grandma.
Yeah. It's
Grandma's
always my
fine?
gra- Yeah, my grandma's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, she does always get sick food.
Kaya lang galing. Is that what you're saying?
I know, I said, but yeah, people usually get sick. Even my grandma, we usually get sick. I don't know what's with. Siguro there's a flu going around. All of us are getting sick.
But you know, like
like an emergency, I like it.
Pasko, alam yun ng December, like, di ba, like I said, di ba? Dagan kayo mga sakit in December.
I don't know if it's the weather or what.
Yeah, the weather is one of them. And generally speaking, I'm like, it's
I don't know.
Stressful
Yeah.
instead of a relaxing month, man. Right?
Instead of a relaxing month, it's
Yeah,
a
to think
stressful
about
month.
people to buy gifts, and all that, like, and
Exactly.
more lagi, like, people don't want you to be lazy, and being thoughtful requires your thoughts.
Being thoughtful
requires your thoughts.
thoughts.
And using your thoughts is stressful.
Using your brain is tiring. Actually,
Right.
think of something.
Yeah.
That's true. Pero, agree din ko, na cash is also thoughtful. Yeah. Like, sa una rin na siya nga, bitaw nga, kanang,
You know how to make it.
lazy.
Yeah, you know how to make it thoughtful.
How?
Wrap it in a nice, thoughtful
Envelope.
box. No, but like,
I-boxin yung ang cash.
Make it. You know, like the thoughtfulness is that is the wrapping. Go to Rustan's.
Yeah. Can you wrap this 5,000 for
Rock and roll, Katski. Itong tak na karon 32 minutos ng
Rock
ilabay
and roll.
sa alas 10. You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Jew.
And my name is Justine Arvias. Top of the morning, you guys.
We're broadcasting from 2,000 feet closer to heaven here at Tops. As we get ready for the holiday season, unsa may ganahan yung madawat karong Paskuha.
What do you want to receive for Christmas?
Yes.
Send us your top 10
Yes.
things that you'd like to receive.
0999-887-6070 mo ka na atong text number. Please join us para makibaw mi atong i-anunsyo ang inyong mga top
Padungog.
10. Magpadungog ta.
Padungog ta what you want
Unsay
exactly for
atong
Christmas.
ipadungog kay para makibaw na imong mga pinalangga nga
Yes.
unsay hatag nimo kay basig pataka na silang hatag, di ba?
Yeah, and it's difficult to get people
Lisod
gifts
jud kayo.
nowadays.
Lisod jud kayo.
So sometimes it would be best if they actually told you exactly unsa gid ilang ganahan, no?
Mawagtang para naman ko the essence mo good of gift giving is the surprise part good. Para nako importante kay ng surprise,
Okay.
right? Anya kung dili ka ma-surprise, then
Okay ra ko.
Murag
Like-
murag dili kayo
For me-
meaningful ang gift, right?
I disagree.
Okay,
For me, whether
okay.
it's a surprise or not, because some people want specific things. So if you get them specifically what they ask
Mo
for,
lagi. So the biggest
also
surprise
okay.
of all is to get what you want, right?
yeah.
Right? Isn't that the
I-
biggest gift of all?
Yeah, and behind all that anyway, any gift is something you should appreciate.
Exactly.
So, we have this to strike a balance.
Yeah, yeah.
But now we're giving you guys the chance though to really
Yeah.
list down what you guys want
Yeah.
to have for Christmas,
Yeah.
what to receive.
Exactly. Kanang maka-receive lang ko a gift. That is already beautiful, right?
Oh yeah.
Somebody thought of you, right?
Spend resources
Yeah.
and time to
And
actually
time
get you
to-
something.
to think about
Speaking
you.
of gift, thank you so much for this, Jiggy.
Oh.
Guys, if you're watching that chat.
You know, I actually love those chocolate-coated
Wala pa
cornflakes.
ko ka-try ani.
Those are really good, man.
Oh my siblings are gonna love
Yeah,
these.
those are really good.
Do
That's
you
what.
mix it with milk or
No, that's
himo ni mo like cereal or kanang snack na niya sa its own?
they
At
just
its own?
you can just eat that on its own.
This
Yeah.
is perfect for when I go watch Netflix.
Yeah. Oh no. Please watch a short movie.
Kana. Short na lang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ang lami isagol ani Jiggy no. So I have this. This is like the perfect blend of sweet. Kay
Yeah.
it's what is this? Milk chocolate cornflakes.
Yeah, yeah.
Nya na ako salty dapat na ako
Oh, no.
chichirya.
Oh,
so
no.
unhealthy.
Yeah.
Kani plus chichirya.
Oh no. But pero lami kayo. It's funny that you mentioned Netflix. Last night. We don't have Netflix, right? Because I think our subscription ended already. But we
HBO ka.
still have
Prime.
HBO Max and Prime, right?
Okay.
So last night I was in a like an old movie mood, ba. So we saw Summer and we saw two old movies.
Two. Wow. Okay.
The first one was Good Will Hunting. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, that's Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and
that the lawyer film?
and Robin Williams. No,
No.
that one is about the special child who is the character of
right.
Matt Damon.
Yes.
And
yes.
he was so special, but he was like kind of troubled. Daghang kay problematic kay tanan siya. Kay murag badlungon ba? Sige lang pangitag away, ano bitaw niya, iyang mga bata pagod mga kanang iyang mga barkada, mga barumbado kay
Pero
silang Ben Affleck pero kani siya genius na siya.
genius day kay na siya.
So genius kay ni siya sa tanan niya naka-discover niya kay janitor man ni siya sa usa sa mga pinaka prestigious nga kaning university sa kalibutan. I think it was like Harvard maybe like
Something like
Brown University or whatever. Unya paghuman murag na siya ang professor na ay gipa-contest bang kinsay maka-solve aning problema ha ang kaning mathematical equation
Kay
kaning you don't have to go to school, you don't have to go to school for the entire semester. Whatnot paghuman
wow.
your face will be in this most prestigious publication blah blah blah. So gibutang niya sa blackboard nahibong ang professor ngano nasulbad kinsa may nakasulbad ani.
which one of my students?
Yeah,
Ito?
pero dili dito ang janitor dito dai janitor
Matt
man si
Damon
so
who solved
that's how the story started. Nga ang itabo na is si Matt Damon because he was a problematic child kaya murag orphan ba. Gipa meet siya ni Robin Williams character who's a psychologist to help him sort things out and all of that stuff. So and
unlock his fullest potential.
Yes, and then
Robin Williams is a phenomenal actor, no? I
he
just want to say
he was, man, he was.
kanang there's something about his performances that feel very
Yeah.
personal, man
Yeah,
good.
he also gets those roles ba nga psychiatrist, psychologist yan ni Matt Damon paghuman katong Dead Poet Society, he was like the teacher
He's
and everything.
always playing a mentoring a role.
Yeah.
May siya nga na, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fits that very well.
Yeah, it's just sad nga he
I know.
killed
That's
himself, right?
Very ironic.
Tragic, right?
Oh, tragic nga. Yung roles are very inspiring.
Inspirational, yeah.
Yeah, he nag-struggle gid
Yeah.
siya deep inside.
Yeah, it's difficult.
That's nice. Good Will Hunting is the first film you and Summer watched, and then the other one.
And then we still had time because we did it early. We watched 4 Weddings and a Funeral. You don't know this movie? Hugh Grant. This is like a
No.
classic. You should watch this one.
Bata pa kay si Hugh. Do you think like this was before like Notting Hill or something, or
I think
around that time?
This was before.
Bata pa kayo yun.
And
Okay.
funny pa kayo tanawon si Rowan Atkinson. He had like a
you mean
role
Kuya
there.
Magic?
Yeah, Kuya Magic. Yeah. So he
Mr. Bean.
had like his role was he was like a new priest. Bago siya nga pare, but he was the one.
Oh, okay.
He was one of those who officiated the one of the weddings in 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
You
Is
should-
this a love story?
It's like a love story / comedy.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
So those are all in where? Prime?
And I think it was in HBO Max.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
Actually, I only watched a
that-
little bit of Good Will Hunting. I didn't even finish
You
it.
should finish Good Will Hunting #1 and 4 Weddings and a Funeral, another classic. It's one of those movies that everybody's seen, but I thought I saw already, and then when I saw it, hindi ko kita ng salidad. You know what I mean? So I felt like
Well, I
I should.
haven't seen that too.
You
so.
should. It's just funny. There are things nga people are talking about. You see a lot of maybe clips or
Yes,
maybe like
yes, clips online.
trailers, and people tell you the story of the movie. Nga in your memory, bro, nakakita na ka, right?
But then the ito,
What did kakita?
as you're watching, you're like,
Well,
I haven't actually seen
I've
this.
never seen this movie.
Yeah.
This is a great movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kabot ko aning scene nga pag-ingon diri ni Joel Lim kanang it's not your fault, it's not your fault. I remember that scene. I remember that scene kaning it's not your fault, it's not your fault. There's a scene in Good Will Hunting.
Okay.
Nga si Robin Williams is telling Matt Damon nga like they're talking about their own experiences.
Yeah.
And I think they open up to Robin Williams
Yeah.
about like him and his wife,
Yeah.
and then Ano told him about his childhood and all
Yeah,
that. It's a
yeah.
really good film.
Yeah.
In fact, Joel Lim says that he gets also teary-eyed during the end of Dead Poet Society, which I haven't even
Yeah,
seen. I've just
yeah.
seen clips of that.
Yeah.
Pero in general, Robin Williams is a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, these
Very
are
inspiring.
and these are movies kaning Dead Poet Society and Good Will Hunting. These are movies that aged really well, man. Like when you watch it now, like
They're still like
it's
they're not tacky.
they're not tacky, and you know,
and they like the message
e-
still
e-
shines through.
aside from the message itself,
It's a man, the storytelling in
just the
itself.
aesthetics. You know what I mean? Like when you look at it, it doesn't get old. You know what I mean?
Siya, Justine, you should watch Good Will Hunting to watch Matt Damon and his abs. Yeah, I love Matt Damon. You know, my mom likes Matt Damon because she says like he kind of looks a little bit like Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
But actually, guys, I'd watched Good Will Hunting at first before Matt Damon. I remember I liked
Ben
I always
Affleck?
liked Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, yeah.
Especially in Pearl Harbor.
Grabe kay siya ka bata pa diri nga salida.
That's why. Bata pa kay
you
siya
know,
ito.
there was once a time nga Ben Affleck and Matt Damon were like the Batman and Robin of
They
the
were.
film industry. They were great
Pero may sila i-pair.
movie makers. No, they were producers and writers and directors. Mga banggiitan kini sila mga movie makers. And maybe because it was more profitable to be Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and not have to be the one writing the scripts and directing or producing the movie. So they just became like these big Hollywood stars. But once upon a time, they were just movie makers. They were really like
Do you know some of the films that they made?
Oh yeah, man! One of my favorite movies from
Ben
Matt
Affleck and
from
Matt
Matt
Damon.
was this movie called Dogma. You should watch that too.
Dogma?
Dogma, yeah.
Okay,
it's
okay.
a very interesting
It's like
movie.
is that like an indie film or something?
It was there was still a bunch of complete unknowns back then,
Okay,
and
okay.
when they made that movie, that was
Bata
like
pa sila.
very young and
So they're movie makers also.
they're really movie makers.
I'm just used to seeing them on screen all the
And
time.
because they're so big, because they're such big stars. Makalimut ta nga, they were actually
Filmmakers once.
producers and directors and script writers and all of that stuff.
Yeah, so I'll definitely watch Good Will Hunting and maybe Dead Poet Society.
Okay.
So,
Nanay mga nang hatag.
Nagsend og list.
Sige,
Perfect.
kinsa ni si Makoy, kinsa ni?
McCoy Whitey. Hi, McCoy
Okay, unsa
Whitey.
can you
Thank you so
kindly
much for joining us. Top of the morning.
Can you kindly read to us his
Perfect,
top
his
10?
list.
Go ahead.
Okay, so he says TBYU. I don't. What does TBOU mean?
To be
I know TOTM. That's top of the morning.
honest with you.
Okay. to be honest with
To
you.
be honest with you, okay.
So he says top of the morning natong tanan. Top-
Makoy, unsa imong top 10 gifts you'd like to receive this Christmas? Justine Narvius will read it to us one by one. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, so for all the family members and friends of McCoy, and you're wondering, what does
Loved ones,
McCoy want?
office mates.
Office mates. What do you think he wants?
Okay.
Mauni siya yung ganahan, guys, okay?
Good.
So he wants accessories for his car. Number one.
Accessories. Okay.
Yeah, accessories for his car.
Okay.
Number one, roof rack kanang sturdy.
Oh,
Number two,
roof rack.
rooftop tent.
Okay.
Number three, wireless CarPlay.
Wireless CarPlay.
Yeah.
Kana siguro murag sa
What's siya?
mura siya gadget
Like a
na siya.
Bluetooth device?
Ganahan siguro niya mura siya USB Bluetooth device nga
plug
ipaslak
it
nimo
to
sa imong
the-
USB pag human mo communicate sa imong cellphone so you can play music from your cell phone kung imong imong
if your car doesn't have
Bluetooth, yeah.
Okay.
Very interesting gift, okay?
And-
I'd like that too.
I'd like that too. Number four is a tire monitoring system.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, kanang mura siya gadget nga murag i-attach.
To know if flat na siya or
i-attach nimo sa ligid and then muna sa digital murag indicator nga pilay hangin sa imong ligid. So kung mo-flat siya makabaw ta.
Then you would know.
Yeah.
I
What else?
like how his list is very particular. Number five is a PFF or ceramic coating. Ceramic coating. What is this for? Is it like for the car?
Para pasinaw sa sakyanan.
Oh, okay.
Parang murag dili siya magaras dayon ba?
Okay.
Okay.
Ingon pud si McCoy for 6 ceramic tint. Number 7, new set of bigger tires with rim.
Okay.
18 inches size to be more specific. Kana. Guys, you know what? They taught us this in prayer.
Okay.
You gotta be specific.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
be like McCoy.
Yeah. And when you ask anything, when you summon the universe, you have to say it, right?
Yeah, you know, my grandpa used to hate it before when I used to say like, what do you want for Christmas, Justine? And I go, anything. And then he's like, wala anything sa tindahan. There's no anything. Anyway, going back to his list. Number 9, he says, set of best and JPM car suspension. And number 10, VP Sara to be our president. So I like how he inserted his political agenda. Naput siya 11 and I like how he iya pang i-add.
Na sobrang yung ganahan
Naput siya world peace and lastly, in the spirit of Christmas,
Okay.
they say it's better to give than to receive. So I guess my 12th gift is give love on Christmas Day. That would be it. Thank you for listening. Wow, thank you, McCoy, for sending in your list.
Okay, how about you guys? What is your top 10 list Christmas gifts you'd like to receive this Christmas? Kung Dave, naapot siya gihatag nako Justin top 10 niya sa iyang
Hi, Dave. Top of the
sa
morning.
iyang message nako sa ako ang
Sa
Facebook
text.
page.
Oh, Facebook. Okay.
Sa ang iyang number 10 kay basketball shoes,
Okay.
number 9 shirt, number 8 a pair of socks, number 7 watch, number 6 ice cream, any brand will do.
Simple kani si Dave. Oh, di kayo sa specific.
Bago na ko naka-discover og kaning familiar ka ng tilamuk, di ba?
What, sorry?
Tilamuk.
What is that?
Ice cream flavor ba tilamuk. Anyway, there's an ice cream
Oh.
flavor called tilamuk. Bago na ko naka-discover sa ilang kaning chocolate mint candy.
You like mint on chocolate?
Pagkalami agyod.
I don't like mint chocolate.
Na
Feels like
mint.
I'm eating toothpaste with...
Mo na siya gwapo kaysa na kay ikaw ni mura ka nut brush. So makatuo na ka dito. So
Yes,
kay
yes.
mura ka nut brush. Anyway. So number 5 kay Baller. I think Baller band siguro napasabot niya.
Okay.
Number 4 balak balakaba. Unsa nang balaklava?
More siya kanang for bikers, for example, kanang bitong murag scarf you wear on your head. Like
okay.
it's like a big scarf headband.
Okay, number 3 kay necklace, silver will do.
Okay.
Number 2, rosary. Kuno, ang number 1 niya nga gift ganahan niya ma-receive karong Paskuha is a Catholic Bible.
Oh, that's
Okay, okay,
nice.
Bible niya.
I actually asked that
Yeah.
for my class exchange gift
Okay,
last year. We had like
okay,
a wish list in my advisory
Okay.
class.
Nganong ginanglan kag Bible?
I don't have my own yet. Like
Okay.
I remember when I was younger, I had
Okay.
this Bible nga naguba po siya pag Odette or unsa to.
Okay.
I don't know where it is na, like na rip ang mga pages ba. So when I was a teenager, I had one for like school
Okay.
work na Bible, but I don't really have like my own Bible gift. So
Oh,
I asked it
okay.
from one of my students kanang new King James,
Okay.
King James version or something. Like I remember I just switched it up, and then sa mong wishlist jigi grabe ka specific among students nga gihimuan yun nila Google Docs link. Like and you attach a photo of what you want. So shout out to Pia, one of my students who got me a Bible last year.
Okay.
So yeah, that's nice. Bible o grocery ang yang number 1. Simpleng tao lang ni si Dave, no?
Simpleng tao.
Simpleng tao, like not very specific kayang list, like any ano will do. But guys, what else do you want
Kwarta
for
na ko na kang
Christmas?
Herbert kuno. Kwarta.
Herbert kayong siya kwarta. Kanina ning si Joel Lim nga ang kwarta ada ijigi nga imo day gipasok aning gift nimo what you gave me.
Yeah.
So actually guys, in the middle of this chocolate covered cornflakes
Okay.
na kayo man ka cash is the most thoughtful na
Yeah, yeah.
cash diri inside.
Nanay cash, yeah.
Deep inside, it's
Yeah.
hidden inside.
How about you guys? What would you like to receive this
What would
holiday
you want
season,
for
this Christmas?
Christmas?
Text 0999-8876-070. It's also part of summoning the universe so to receive what you want to receive, right? So
Oh, yeah.
please, if you want anything specific,
You know what? Jiggy,
just let us know. Go ahead.
I've been looking at kanang because there are a lot of like blogs and kana mga articles online that would say
Okay.
like, oh, the best gifts for him
Okay.
or the best gifts
For
for her
her.
this holiday
Okay,
season.
okay.
And there was a time when I was younger, they were all electronics, like kanang uso pa kaayo ng mga iPod, MP3 players.
Hantod
mga
karon
ano.
eh, hantod karon murag
Hantod
gyapon ni
karon.
ganas mga
Pero I
tao.
noticed, Jika, I don't know if it's a trend. Now, uso na kayo ang self-care and skincare items for
Self-care,
gifts.
okay.
Like candles, candle makers, like people are into that now. Like they would actually receive things like that for self-care and skincare or something like that, no?
Oh, okay.
So like massage vouchers and like kanang mga essential oils, mga things like that.
Okay.
So like uso na siya for most of the articles I've seen ha.
Okay.
Kay kana ang ibutang as gifts.
Okay.
Like kanang candle lighter nga dili siya dili siya, it's like it melts the wax lang from underneath. I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
Oh, TBOU means the best of us. I love
Shame
that.
on us
Thank you, Makoy.
for not
The
knowing,
best
right?
of us, TBOU.
Yeah.
The best of us and TOTM.
Mm.
I like how we have our own. Joel Lim says here on the chat, speaking of Hugh Grant, he has a new movie called Heretic. I
Okay.
watched it last week. It's really good. It's a horror movie with a deep philosophical themes about organized religion. Oh, Jiggy, you would love this then. Kay philosophical man siya.
Oh, okay. I love
Yeah.
philosophy.
Hugh Grant.
Asam ni siya tanaw na to,
Nasa
Joel.
cinemas, I think. I saw it in the cinemas a couple
Cinemas?
weeks ago. Oh. Kuyog sa, sa
Pero
Wicked.
Di mo ko nag-horror.
Yeah.
Horror,
Mao ka ni.
horror,
Mao
horror,
to problem.
horror,
Mura
horror
naman
mo
siguro
kanina.
ni siya thriller. I think we can handle this
Horror
one.
movie, oh.
Horror.
horror.
Like, I don't think it's like the ungo-ungo horror. I think we can handle this one, Jiggy.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Let
Okay.
us know, guys.
Let
Is
us
it like
know.
ungo-ungo? Jolim? Is he gonna turn into an ungo? Is that what it is? No? I think the concept of this bar, I saw the trailer.
Okay.
Ni-kidnap siya duha ka babae.
Okay.
And then he's like some psycho. Bright kind siya nga psycho. And then he's kind of like
Sikin
weird.
si ang
Si
babae?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant, okay.
Yeah, he's kind of weird. In the trailer, that's based on what I noticed. Oh, not really horror, but it's a thriller.
Okay, okay.
Kaya ni nato, Jiggy?
So, dili ni siya ungo, dili ni siya ka na mga supernatural and all that stuff.
Kaya ra. Suspense thriller. Oh, okay, perfect.
okay.
Yeah, I can survive this.
Yeah.
I can do
Ang akong sang di ganahan is kanang mga dakag kan bloody ba kanang dakag dugo di ko ganahan.
Yeah, like sometimes I do watch some films yung I still wince. Like,
Yeah.
loodan gyapon
Yeah.
ba. I think I'm just not used to that.
Yeah.
Like, wakay ko nga expose ano may nga na.
Na ay mga salida nga nindot nga unta to tanawon ako pero brutal ra kay. Let's say for example night series sa Netflix mo siguro na kanang The Boys. Familiar ka na?
The Boys.
The Boys,
okay.
di ba?
Yeah, unsa man.
Grabe yung
Korean ni siya?
No. This
Western?
is like a West Hollywood movie niya.
Unya, super
Mga
ka.
superheroes na sila ba? The Boys, like another batch of super. Pero grabe kay ka-violente. So, di sa ko ganahan nakakita.
Yeah.
Ang first episode lang kay nasa day murag equivalent lang ni The Flash. You know The Flash, right? Of the DC universe. Murag
Yeah.
nasa lay equivalent ni Flash kusog imo dagan ni anan hiwa ang lawas o
Uy.
sa kataw pag nalabyan ni ko, oh no, I'm not gonna watch this.
Never mind.
End of story.
Yeah, there's also this zombie film, a zombie series on Netflix that my sister wanted to watch. Per violence daw kaayo.
Yeah.
All of Us Are Dead. That's the name, and it's
Oh.
like set in school and all
Oh.
that. And then there was like this one scene down. This guy was beating up another guy with a book,
Yeah.
and it's like super violent
Yeah.
daw and kanang rated. Ano kaiba? So yeah, I'm not into that
I,
either.
I remember yun, my first super violent movie in a theater. This is a long time ago. Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, Kill Bill.
No, this is way before Kill Bill. Pulp Fiction. This was Morgan Freeman and John Travolta and Uma Thurman and all of that stuff. Unya,
Uma Thurman's is music, no?
unya grabiha ka to. You know, because it had like so much good reviews, right?
Okay.
And you know,
Pulp Fiction.
and then pag human, wag yun human good. At
You
the,
left.
At
Did
the,
you leave?
At the part when somebody shot somebody and somebody's brains were all over not Morgan Freeman.
John Travolta?
Samuel Jackson's hair.
Oh, okay.
I left, man. I don't want. I don't have none of this.
Brain guts.
Brain all over somebody's hair.
Oh,
is
nasty.
So nasty. I left.
Pulp Fiction.
Galing-ulingo ko, but see the galing-ulingo ko. Like, you know, I just wasted my money on this. But see the thing is, the more you understand the movie maker and the movie making process,
Then it makes sense.
The more you appreciate the purpose of the violence.
Yeah.
Kaya kanang violence man good. Some just more like useless, just for the
Throw
sake
it
of
in there for the
just
for
for
the
the
heck
sake
of
of
it.
violence, right? But some violence, they have a story to tell, right? So
And that's Quentin Tarantino style, the blood and all that.
He likes blood and all that stuff. So, you know, I'm able to watch other Quentin Tarantino movies, even though it still has that kind of violence. But now I understand now what
it's for.
what it's for, and all of
Yeah,
that.
like
stuff.
I also like watching the John Wick series, the John Wick films.
Yeah.
And they are quite violent,
Yeah.
but you can't have John Wick without the violence, because that just shows how good of an assassin he is, man good. Nga he can kill you with a pencil, literally. So that's why you need the violence in those kind of films. Pero when films bito makahinggi ko nga, that was that was very graphic.
Yeah, that was useless.
Does it need to be this graphic? Deadpool series, for example, my Deadpool films,
I
they're
don't
very graphic.
I don't like Deadpool, but
My brother was watching. We watched the newest. Well, not the newest.
but my son loves Deadpool, and
Yeah.
and yeah.
You mean si by Jaya's
Yeah,
costume?
yeah, but the reason why I can stand Deadpool is
The comedy.
the story behind that is, of course, he doesn't die.
Yeah.
So he's
He
a-
never dies.
He
So
never
that,
dies.
no matter how brutal and whatever you do to
So-
him, kay okay
So
siya.
that's why he behaves the way he does. That's why he talks the way he does. That's the way he looks at the world, because he will never die. So murag medyo makasabot na lang ka. And then
doesn't take anything too seriously.
the movie is so violent in the beginning. On the 15th, 20th minute, you get numbed by the violence na.
Yeah.
So you can
Murag
stand
ma-prime ka.
ma-prime na ka
Yeah,
to,
that's true.
to watch all the violence in the movie. So
Yeah.
murag maana na lang ka. Pero
kang Quentin
pero
Tarantino, saan man?
if I had to choose, I wouldn't, you know, if Vaughn did not like Deadpool, I would never watch Deadpool, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I would never watch
Not
it.
even for the just for the plot and the comedy itself.
No, I theoretically I like the concept of a person that doesn't die, who doesn't die, and unsaon niya pag
How do you navigate throughout the
interact in the world, because you know you're not gonna die. So I like that philosophically, that idea.
But
But
if you could choose,
I would never watch it.
Nah.
I would not.
Not
I would not
really
use my
interested.
money to watch it. Yeah.
I would not use my money to watch it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Joe Lim gave us the synopsis for their heretic film that he
Okay.
watched.
Okay.
Two young missionaries become ensnared in a deadly game of cat and mouse when they're locked in the door of a
Cat and mouse.
diabolical Mr.
Cat,
Reed.
saan man
which is
cat
played
and mouse
you-
na game?
Murag psychological game sila, but they're trapped
Oh.
inside a house and then they're being observed. So they're trapped in his home and they must turn to their faith if they want to make it out. More philosophical, religious. Chigi, we would love this then. Kay
For sure.
religious man ni siya. That's really cool. I didn't know they were missionaries. So
Mm.
yeah, I'll probably watch Heretic if it's not that scary man di ay.
Wow.
Daghan kay stuff to watch. Or even my sister was like, she wanted to watch Wicked. She wanted to watch Moana. And I haven't watched any of those.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have to think, unsa akong unahon? Ang Wicked,
well-
ang Moana, or Heretic?
You know, we were talking about how to detach with Raj. Were you here?
Detach? No.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
time I was here, we
How,
talked-
how how to detach so that we can relax. One of the ways to do that, of course, is to watch a movie, right? Because like watching a movie
To escape.
means that you're committed. If you are committed to suspend reality for a while, for the duration of the movie, and be ensnared by the reality that's in front of you, which is not real. I mean, like the reality that the movie is trying to
Show you.
to show you, right? So importante na siya nga magtanaw kag movie. But you know what, Justine? Like I barely watch movies. Good kay murag. I'd rather watch it because
You barely watch movies.
because there's no utility for me, man. Good if it's fiction. I also am not a fan of
You're not a fan of science fiction?
I'm not a fan of fiction books, for example.
Okay.
I'm not a fan
bitaw.
of but I like when the movie making process, the storytelling process, it's always about weaving truth from fantasy, right? That's how I think that's what movie making
Is about.
is good movie making is about. It's about kaning mga tinuod nga butang sa kalibutan nga imong itahi sa ganahan imong
Exactly.
ipaibot
Exactly.
sa katawhan unya nindot siya tanawon. So that's so I have to know who the filmmaker is again. Let's go.
You like context,
Yeah.
dude, no?
So for example, Christopher Nolan, right? And like the Interstellar, one of my all-time favorite
Oh,
movies,
yeah.
right? So ganahan ko makasabot katong Inception, for example, di ba? I still don't understand that movie, but I like watching it because
still get confused.
Yeah, because I like getting confused.
I like science fiction films.
Yeah,
especially
correct.
when they're dystopian
Yeah.
because they reflect society.
Oh, really?
I really like dystopian films.
So what's your favorite dystopian film? Daghan man kayo na sa mga dystopia nga mga salida.
There's one called The Cure.
Oh.
It's starring Dane DeHaan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. DeHaan.
Okay.
It's a really good film. It's like they're in the Swiss Alps. Was go somewhere in Europe. There's this like sanctuary, kind of bitang where old people go. It's not a retirement home. It's like a healing center.
A healing center.
So rich
okay.
people, they go there sa bukid in Europe, and then it's like a spa for spa for people who want to reach wellness or something like that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, it's not The Cure. It's called A Cure for Wellness. That's the name of the
queer.
film.
Oh, okay.
A Cure for Wellness.
Okay.
It's really good, Jiggy. And so this guy somehow
Ah,
like winds up there.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
And then finds out that there's something sinister about that entire kanang
I remember that.
spa. Russian spa or
Okay.
wellness center. It's actually very sinister. Nga.
Okay.
Ang ilang gipangtago dito.
Okay.
No, and then Mia Goth is also acting in that film. She's really good. She's from the film Pearl.
Yeah, I remember watching that movie, but I can't remember the ending. So
It's really good.
Please spoil the ending for me because I don't want to have to watch
Okay.
it.
I'll spoil it?
So yeah,
Oh, no.
I don't have to watch it.
Okay.
So the cure for wellness. Why did they want to cure wellness in the first place? Isn't wellness the state in which we want to be? Why do you want to cure it? Why did they want to
Why
cure
is
it again?
called A Cure for Wellness.
Yeah,
Okay, so the plot. Oh my God, I'm spoiling it.
Wait, this doesn't involve a pharmacy, no?
No,
No,
it
no.
doesn't involve a pharmacy.
Okay. Anyway, so go ahead, continue.
Just to spoil it for you guys.
Okay. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Close
So
your
sorry.
ears. Okay, cover your ears.
So for the film, it's called A Cure for Wellness because the whole premise is that they were never actually sick in the first place.
Okay.
And going to that spa or that wellness center in the Alps actually makes you sick.
Oh.
They make you sick on purpose para mudugay ka dito.
Oh.
Para you stay there. Mao na ang mga tiguang dito, mga taga kilang mga ngipon,
Oh.
their hair falls off.
Okay.
They start to they
So-
can't walk.
Okay.
And they would rely on that center.
And then?
So it's kind of like a psychological thing. You come in there thinking that you're sick and you get more sick, and then it has to do with eels. So naadi ay sila gipanggamit ng eels, and they have this the one who runs that center. Kay he has a sister that something is up with her nga she never gets old.
Okay.
So to keep her alive for the longest time, they need to consume the of the eels. They need to do something to the eels to consume some essence in them that makes them live forever.
Okay.
But the eels eat the dead people that come from the wellness center after
Okay.
they die.
Okay.
So it's actually just like it's like a cycle.
Okay.
So people
So
go there.
how did it end?
Naka-escape ang katong girl that she lived there for a long time because her brother is the one lagi who run that place, but she never knew that's what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So for the longest time she was like 16-year-old and she was hidden from all the other people there in that center or the wellness place. She escaped with one of the guys, one of the patients who found out about it. So it's very thrilling.
Okay, let me watch that again because I remember watching that and I was captivated by the title and I think I can't remember the ending.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite dystopian movies is I actually have a lot. One of my favorite series is Brave New World. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It actually
Netflix?
it actually came from it was Netflix from this Huxley. It came from a book. It's about the world when AI and robots and all of that stuff
Oh.
are coexisting amongst us, and I think what
Brave
happened.
New World?
It's brave. I love that movie. I also
Western?
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, like it's a Hollywood movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's based on a one of the best-selling books of all time.
On Huxley, okay.
Huxley, yeah.
Brave New World,
Yeah.
right?
I also like Minority Report, the Tom Cruise movie.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of that one.
Um,
Minority
there's
Report.
so many other great movies. I like Tron.
Oh, okay.
There's so many dystopia, futuristic movies, and one of the most common things about the world, and even Neo. Matrix is kind of a dystopian movie, right?
Matrix is a
It
dystopian
is
film.
really, aside from a form of AI that's already very prominent in the movies about the future. It's also homogenous. Like everything looks the same. They all look the same.
They,
you know,
they kind of
they have like a
conform
kind of
to the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Like
have
there's like this
they have like a uniform.
yeah, there's no creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about dystopian films as well.
Yeah.
Kanang murag, they try to show this perfect society in which there's something obviously wrong with that, no? Or like you feel like this is eerie feeling.
Yeah.
There's another one, Jiggy, that I think you'll like.
Okay,
It's
which is what?
starring Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh.
It's called Vivarium.
Vivarium.
It's really good.
What's a vivarium? Is it like
I don't know what
alluding
that
to an
means.
aquarium, but vivarium, viva?
Maybe, yeah, because that makes sense with the plot.
Okay.
So this guy and his girlfriend's a teacher, a grade school teacher.
Okay.
He picks her up and then they visit like this subdivision.
Mhm.
And there's this subdivision nga gi-market man sa ilaha nga kanang it's a really good for like if you want to start a family
Mhm.
or anything like that. But sila they're just planning on looking at the new home, looking for new homes.
Okay.
So they get into the subdivision and yun nagkadugay sa adlaw Jiggy, they keep turning around sa subdivision. There's no way out. They couldn't find an exit.
Okay.
And they end up like they couldn't leave the entire subdivision.
The vivarium.
Yeah, the vivarium. It's like a loop. And then they had to stay in one house. And they were trapped there for like several months.
Okay.
But there's like this mysterious box that keeps showing up in their door with food. But the food doesn't quite taste like food.
What
It's
is it?
like enough to sustain you, but
Okay.
walay lami.
Okay.
Pero food siya, and they're given food, they're
Okay.
given sustenance. The house has electricity and water, but there's no one else living in the subdivision, just them. And they can't escape bisag sige sila go sa next house. It's like loop lang siya ba. So yeah, and then one day the plot develops when delivered on their doorstep na ay kanang baby. And there's a note that says like you have to raise this kid, something like that.
Mm.
And so that's how the film develops. It has to do with like, how society expects us to live our lives and like ang cycle bitaw you're expected to like breed a kid and then like take care of a family and then stay in that specific home and stuff like that. Really good film.
So many great movies, right?
Yeah.
There's not enough time to watch
There's not enough time, you guys.
all of the great movies, right? Joel Lim says Gattaca. Remember that? Gattaca?
Is that a film?
Yeah, it's a movie with, what's his name? Ethan Hawke, I think.
Oh.
And I think Uma,
And that's
Uma Thurman's there too.
Kanang science fiction?
No, it's also one of those dystopian
films?
Yeah, dystopian films.
Ooh.
And it's funny that
You
we're
love Vivarium, Joe. I think you'd really like it.
it's funny that we're talking about society and the future and how it'll look like. I was just watching while having my cup of coffee. Actually, I was having a cup of sikwati this morning.
Sikwati.
Yeah, sikwati this morning.
Okay.
I was watching The Happiest Place in the World.
Is that the name of the film?
No, it's not a movie. It's a documentary
Oh.
about Finland, right?
Oh.
So it's like a quick documentary about Finland and how happy the people are because Finland is number one, right? In fact, out of the top 10, I think 6 are from the Nordic regions, right? Like Finland, Sweden, and Norway, and all of that. So these are the happiest people in the world, and it's just very interesting to watch
Why,
that people there, when they have conversations, they don't talk about your
Struggles?
your like where you live, what you do for a living. They don't have those kinds of conversations.
Which
you
is
know?
the most common thing you talk about when you meet someone.
Yeah,
what
like
do you do?
asam ka puyo? Like you know.
Dili mo, ano?
No, but see, the thing is that has implications of where do you live? Like, are you rich or not? Because like I
What
live,
do you do?
What do you do?
How much do you earn?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't actually say how much you earn, but
But it kind of asks
yeah,
that.
yeah. So they're
Okay.
gonna the conversations are not like that.
What
you
do
know?
they talk about?
They
man?
just talk about life and like how things are. They don't talk about those things.
That's a really nice practice.
Yeah, and there's society there. Of course, the government takes care of everything, like from childbirth to the education of their children. Everything's free, and their school times are very short. They go to school like 20 hours a week.
Oh wow.
And most of the kids there, they just walk to school because that's how safe society is there, and their classes are very short. And,
I'd love
yeah,
that.
and the kids learn
Skills.
at their pace.
Oh.
At their pace, meaning to saying the kids are being asked sort of like, what do you want to learn? And how long do you want? How quickly do you want to learn it and all that stuff? Because the point, I guess, is
As long as they learn it.
the point is that if there's only like a short span of time to learn things, that means you have more time for play, right? Because kids mango daw, which is I completely and totally agree because I was once a kid. Kids are very active learners, right?
Yeah.
They want to learn. They want to.
They don't want to be forced into a specific schedule that's so
Kids
dragging.
just want to absorb stuff, right? They're very curious. If you talk to a kid, that's why I love talking to kids because of the quality of the questions that they ask. Grown-ups ask really dumb questions, right?
Grown-ups
But-
ask
but-
dumb
but-
questions.
But the kids,
But
man.
kids ask
oh my
intelligent
God, man.
questions.
Like, "Ngano
Bali
mani?
no, ano, bali?"
Ngano mani? Why? Like people stop asking the whys of things, right? So kids are,
But
are-
kids,
are-
they see the world differently.
yeah.
Okay.
And so that I think that's very interesting, right? And if the future looks like the way they live in Finland, that'd be awesome, right?
Yeah. And I think also if there's one thing about their kanang Pina institutions that I heard of though, and I saw some pictures, lahi gid ilang focus like if you were to be imprisoned, a lot of people would prefer to be imprisoned in Europe, like some mga Nordic regions, because
Okay.
they really take care of them and their well-being. Because their priority, man good, is not necessarily like retribution, but it's more on rehabilitation.
Yeah.
So they have TV for their inmates. They have like private rooms. They have a schedule of activities for them. They're encouraged to be creative. More sila, it's almost like a hotel stay. It's almost like a vacation instead of doing your time for a crime. So lahi ra gyud dito.
Mayang buntag sa atong mga kaigsunon nga naminaw sa atong atop.
Woohoo!
Literally sa atop nato na yung mga electrician nga nabaho karon sa rooftop.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting ready for the New Year's grand celebration sa Tops. So good morning to you guys.
Good morning,
Shout
J-Route
out.
Arsenal.
Alright.
Shout out sa mga Tops Electrical nagtrabaho karon
Wow.
sa rooftop sa radio station.
Thank
na
you.
Adire. Thank you so much, you guys.
Natay traffic report, Justin, no? Bago lang yun kani siya, na a road crash in Bacalso Avenue near CIT University involving an SUV
Oh, damn.
and a sedan. So na crash there.
Be
Napita
careful,
police
guys.
avoid that area sa and Bacalso Avenue near CIT University. Also, there's a crash at Fuente Osmeña near Rolo CD involving a PUJ and a multi-cab. Traffic enforcers are already responding. Now po yung road crash at Gorodo Avenue near CCPO involving a sedan, a pickup, and an armored car.
Oh no.
And na po yung nasakyanan nga disabled sa CSCR Viaduct Bridge northbound lane. Traffic personnel is already responding sa may Viaduct Bridge sa CSCR na ay disabled truck. So sa daghan ng mga aksidente. Kibaw ka, Justin, kanang manggong daghan kay kaguna-unaon. Nya, kapoy pagyug ka, pakapinan pagyug kaning sapot, murag the probability of you being in an accident is pretty
Is
mo
very much
mo
higher.
increase yun
Yes,
exponentially.
exactly.
Kanang kung Pasko go daghan kay kaguna-unaon, daghan kay palito, na kay parting atuon diri, atuon diha. You know what I mean? And then nakaregalo nga palito, niya gahuat pa ka sa kwarta, blah 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 blah, like mga
And you have to
bills.
think about what do people want, what do they want from today for Christmas.
So kaning mo nang daghan kay mga sakit.
I think so. I think so.
Ang ambulansya, maybe you can ask Revo for the stats. Unsang unsay mo increase ba ang call for ambulances
I do
during
know mo
during
increase
the holiday season?
Sa New Year.
Okay.
Because of the there were so many cases of those mabuthan sa fireworks.
Line po na
So
siya.
be
line po na
careful,
siya.
y'all. Be careful.
Abi nagmabutan sa lechon.
Mag-high blood ka sa lechon. Yeah, there's that too.
So hunona gyud na ninyo nga kaning I mean, you have to be aware of that. Nga you're stressed over these things. Nga you don't really need to be stressed about, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of things that you can avoid.
Yeah. For
thinking
example, kanang
about.
adto kag party, for example. Kanindot ana, you know, like that's supposed to be a fun thing, right?
It's supposed to be something you're excited about.
Yeah, so-
not thinking about like, oh my god, what do I get? What
So-
do I get this? What do I?
So ay na lang
what do
pag
I do?
ay na
So
lang
don't overthink it. Is
ay
that
na
what you're
lang
trying to say?
pug sa imong kagalingon nga kaning mangita jud ka gift nga nindot kanang perfect, you know what I mean? Because
Or
we
that the food has to be
Yeah.
simplify.
kanang atong gisgutan ganiha earlier nga kung mahimo kung di na ka makalugar og palit kay taas kayong linya, taas kayong pa-traffic.
That's from your experience also, JG.
Tagay na lang nagkwarta oy.
Kaya na lang kwarta.
Di ba?
Anyway, money, that's appreciated nowadays.
Yeah.
And the thought is what counts.
Yeah,
The
so
fact
so
that you
so
even gave
so,
something.
so don't be apologetic nga kwarta ra akong gihatag. In fact,
It's not kwarta ra.
kibaw ka kaning nagunahon na igong maayo ba unsay pinaka-perfect gift nimo murag kani gyud ang akong paminaw mo imong ganahan dero and give him the freaking envelope, right?
And cash is cash. Don't be, like
no,
cash is
not
cash.
not cash is cash. Cash
like
is
money.
king.
Cash is king. Money is money. So, that's not. This would be a sad kayo, ha. It's not like, oh, okay, they didn't have any time. And again, I would always say the fact that you're together with your loved ones
Yeah.
is the greatest gift of all.
According to McCoy YT, I beg to disagree on dumb question thing. They say they are no dumb questions, but just
dumb
dumb answer. Oh no,
answers.
what I meant, McCoy, is I like the question of the kids. Kinamo ko yung mga wise. You know what I mean? I like nganong
They're more
inani
curious.
nganong inani man eh. You know what I mean? I-follow up with nila. What I meant by dumb questions from the adults is that mura ba kaning
From the adults.
mura they're not very creative ba dili sila mangutana og mga pangutana nga mura og makastimulate nako bitaw, you know what I mean? Because I think you I think importante maguna ang mga pangutana. I think that those are very important. In fact, I think I venture in saying nga sometimes you can tell how the person looks at the world and even how intelligent he is based on the quality of his questions, right?
Yeah.
And the way he looks at the world, right? Well, importante man na, because I think mga good questions allow you for further conversation, right?
So don't be afraid to ask.
Don't be afraid to ask. Kana
And
mga
sometimes adults are,
yeah, they're very like
they feel like they know everything already.
or maikog sila mangutana or they don't want to look dumb, so they don't ask the
most simple questions.
The most simple questions
But kids, though-
are always the best, right?
That's
right?
true.
Right?
That's true.
All right. So atong tak na karon 13 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 11. I think we should play a Christmas song.
Oh, yeah.
Ang ato ang hisgutan karong buntaga sa Mag-Anisay ta Sugbo is the top 10
Things
gifts
you want
you'd like to receive
for Christmas.
on 105.1.
TMC, the best of us.
Oh, aren't you the version? Ano po ko ni? Tagalog niya.
Now, another good gift is getting subscription, right? Like Netflix,
Oh, yeah.
Netflix subscription, right?
That's also a thing. This is a nice version. Like a party version, you know? I like Tagalog version, no? Oh.
flying cars.
Flying cars. Oh, yeah. Don't, ano, I feel like they're working on that already.
They are, but can you imagine? We already have problems with cars on the road. Man.
How
Imagine
much more in the sky?
Fucking
Sky
cars.
traffic?
fucking cars dropping out of the sky. What the hell, man? Reduce, reuse, recycle. The Wongoys. They should do something brand new, man. I miss Gabe and Bill and Kyle and the rest of the guys.
Maybe that's a gift that they can give us for Christmas.
Yes, please.
Music,
Give us,
guys.
give us some new songs, Wongoys, please. You know what? Kanang plastic ba? Kanang, since we're the subject of plastic, kanang inig Pasko, daghan kayo mga
Plastic, mga styrofoam, mga karton. Makikita ka sa village, for example, namo nga daghan kay mga basura sa area nga na ay basurahan kay daghan man kayo mga things na gi-unwrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can imagine the kind of trash nga people have to contend with during the holiday seasons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The ano, it's that's why some people opt for I remember I had this like someone in the guidance office when I was still a student and she was so against using plastic and she would really encourage us to use like when you wrap gifts though, don't use tape. Plastic. Kaya naman tape plastic mo na siya. So she would say if you're using a paper wrapper, just try to like use double-sided tape or like paste or glued out. So hassle kayo, but you know, that makes a lot of sense. Like it's a little effort to like not use plastic.
Yeah. Plastic, of course, is just one of the pollutants, especially during the holiday season. Kaya like I said, daghan kay mga pangablihan ba?
Mga wrappers.
Diba?
mga-
Samok yung tanan.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can imagine. What kind of garbage problem do we have during the holiday season, Gaza?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's worse.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's worse. The waste is worse, you know? Cecil Poro says, shout out Boss Jiggy sa 4 ka-electrician sa Tops. Kim, Jepoy,
Kana ilang trabaho,
Bebe-
dili gyud
Bebon,
sa
and John John.
kanang electricians. Like you're really risking your lives if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
if you're a electricians.
Yeah, they really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like
well,
they've got-
you're hoping, but some of them, some of them don't, right?
yeah, it's a very risky
Grabe
job.
ka na lisod ng trabaho niya. Pag humadagan kay mga risky gyud nga trabaho sa kalibutan sa murag kaning mga traffic enforcer, for
Oh, yes.
example, nasa tunga-tunga sa daan, di ba?
Yes. So shout out to you guys and hope
mabanggaan sila, di ba?
you guys have a safe
Yeah.
and good holiday season.
Oo, sad kanang
Ayaw.
mga doktor, kanang mga nurse, kanang
Frontliners,
mga frontliners nga
mga emergency responders
nga instead of maglipay-lipay sila, maghappy-happy sila sa
on
ilang
the eve for Christmas.
basig
kay-
na sila amahan, inahan, lolo og lola or parente or anak or asawa, bana, whatever nga masakiton ilang giasikaso nga masakiton dili ilang parente, dili ilang
Yes,
kaila, di ba?
exactly.
O niya,
That's so true.
not only that, kaning na-expose po sila sa disease more than the regular people, right? So lisod ka na ilang trabaho gyud niya. Karong Pasko, porting daghana sang tao sa nangasakit.
sa
So
hospital.
so busy sa guys tanan, di ba? Lisod you guys tanan.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah. Those people that are working during the holiday season, kanilang mga cashier sa kuan ba sa mga mall, di ba? Ano nimo sila portisa ng kapuya sa ilang trabaho sa siguro.
Oh
Kaya
yeah,
taas
definitely.
mga yung linya,
Taas
di ba?
mga linya. So they're working non-stop all day gid.
Oh, niya maka
Even the kanang mga gift wrapping sections, puno kay na sila.
Puwerte
They're
gyud.
really busy.
So kapoy sa kinas tanan. So
So in general, I think for a lot of people working now, kaning holiday season is like the sobra season.
Yeah.
Like everyone's busy.
yeah.
Salons, mga maintenance, mga ano, they're all really busy.
Yeah.
For
Grabing-
double time work ba?
Yeah. Yeah, pag human mo na sila nga labi nag it's in their last 2 hours, last 30 minutes la. Murag na exhausted na ilang utok pati na silang kapuya gid ba sila.
Yeah, and that's why
utok
guys.
nila ba?
Exactly. So ato mga gift ninyo is mga bahanding Bisaya and hopefully we would ease your mind with our music dire amo mga chika dire.
Mga bahanding Bisaya.
Is that correct? Did I say right?
Sakto.
Okay, perfect. I learned that from you.
Yeah, mga bahanding
Bahanding
Bisaya.
Bisaya. So this is all we can offer for you guys,
Yeah.
a good time basically. And
Yeah.
hopefully your mornings are made a little bit better if you guys are on the way to work
Yes.
or you're currently working right now. Just like here si Gerald Arsenal who wants to say a shout out to Charlan Atelio, and all the Power Ranger
The Power
members of maintenance, no?
Oh,
They're listening to us while working. Hopefully, guys, we're making your day a little bit better.
Yeah.
Join us on our conversations. Na namang gid mo sa among YouTube
Yes,
chats.
palihog, yeah.
Let us know. What do you guys want for Christmas? Give us
Unsa-
your top 10 list.
Unsa man yung ganahan nga na po kabuk butang, or doesn't have to be a butang.
Anything.
We were talking about earlier, and what would be a nice Christmas gift also is like a subscription for let's say cable. What do you call those movies? What do you call those?
Mga
streaming platforms, right? Streaming
music
platforms, diba?
So, let us know, guys. If you also want to join our conversation sa text, daghan kayo nag-text karon ni Jiggy. That's
Pwede.
0999-887-6070. 10 things you want for Christmas.
You want to receive
Oh,
this
yes.
holiday
10
season,
10
right?
things you want to receive for the holiday
Yeah,
season.
and
hapit na.
atong hisugutan ganiha nga ang regalo nga perfect is really just cash, right? Kaya hisugot man tawag taas kay linya sa mall,
Stores,
sa
Sometimes you don't know specifically what
sa
the
gift wrapping, sa kaning unsa tawag gani? Traffic sa sakyanan, sa parking lot, why parking, and so on and so
and you
forth,
don't know
right?
specifically what other people like. So maybe
sa gahin lang na sa gaso, I think
Cash is still a very thoughtful
they
gift.
will really appreciate it. I'm not kidding, right?
yeah.
So maybe it can come with a story, right? Importante ng story. Maybe you can tell them, you know what, I was thinking about it, and I think you are better off,
Just with the cash.
deciding what to buy and
Yeah.
how to prioritize instead of this.
Ako magbuot
Yeah.
on what you want.
Because I know you like this, but I also know that you need this and you need that, and I don't know exactly. Ikaw na prioritize
Ikaw na
siguro.
bahala.
Ikaw na bahala na niya. And that's why parents actually, that's what they give. Like I always usually get, cash from my parents, right? Because they understand. Like
you have probably other uses for your
yeah.
for your cash.
Yeah, usually when you ask somebody what they want, these are like fun things, right? Like I want to have this, I want to have that. These are nice things that they want to have that they can't possibly buy if they were asked to buy it for themselves,
Or
right?
it's not a priority for them.
Yeah.
Like
So-
it's just what extra things they could
Yeah,
have.
yeah. So kung tagahanin mo sila na malipay sila tinuod, pero but how about everything else that they need, right?
Yeah.
So
But either way, if you're giving a physical gift or if you're giving cash on the receiver's end, that's something to be appreciated na good. Like,
Absolutely,
the fact na
absolutely.
gitagaan ka gift,
Yeah.
ipay na gitaan.
So I think of the physical gift is one thing, right? But I think whatever it is that you give, it's really the mental part that counts, the thought that counts, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's important that you not only give them something like dili mo tagaan lang regalo, there has to be like a kind of conversation also, right? Because I think
It's not just like, okay, here's your gift, that's it.
yeah, the ultimate gift for me, one of the best gifts ever is the gift of attention, right? Kung
The time you spend
yeah.
actually with
So
that
kung
person.
kumahanda ka regalo nako, for example, and then talk to them.
Yeah, and sometimes
look at them eye to eye.
it's the experience that makes it fun.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the gift itself. Like it's funny ba? Like, okay, you know what, Jiggy, it's so funny. One of the gifts I got last Christmas, it was really funny for me and my family. So my family knows that like I'm a fan of like Coco Martin.
Okay.
I love Coco Martin, right?
Yeah,
And so
you
they found this big gift sa tree. Yeah, it's
Okay.
from Toys R Us. So it's wrapped in a Toys R Us nga wrapper. We thought it was for our kids sa balay, si
Okay.
Tatat.
Okay.
The entire time, paghatag na sa, okay, open gifts. I was surprised. Para dito nako.
Okay.
It's Toys R Us and it's a big wrap di ito. It was
Okay.
a kanang batang Quiapo nga pillow.
Wow.
But-
From Toys R Us.
I don't know why it has, the Toys R Us, we call it the Coco Martin pillow. It literally has his face on it. So it was really funny for my family, like of all things, but they saw it and they thought of me. So I wish I had a picture of it. It's a Coco Martin pillow from Toys R Us nga.
Wow.
It literally has his face on it and
So-
from Batang Quiapo.
So you can now say you're sleeping with Coco Martin, right?
That's really funny. And he's the guardian of my best. Can I borrow Coco Martin? I'm like, no. That's my pillow. That's so it's really funny.
Yeah.
There's a joke behind it. Ba? So I think that's one thing to consider when you're giving gifts.
Yeah.
Like if it's a funny thing.
Yeah.
Like if it has to do with what the person likes or an
Yeah.
inside joke.
Yeah. Making them smile.
Kana, It's funny, magod.
That's the gift, right?
That's the gift in itself. The joke.
Ultimately, right? Ultimately, like when you give a gift and they open it and they smile, their heart smiles.
That is the gift in
Yeah.
itself already.
Yeah, so-
Joel Lim says he has a take on cash as a gift. It's okay, only if the cash amount is sizable enough. Ang problem is, if you are under budget, that's why you can cover it up with a gift. So, yeah, that's also the thing.
Cover it up with a gift.
Oh, kung ang gamay ang cash kayo, palit na lang ka gift para thoughtful. Pero if it's okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Correct.
If it's not enough if it's not big enough as
Yeah.
cash, so you buy na lang a gift. Para it seems like, oh, I was really thoughtful with this, no?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, it also depends on how much you value your time, also, right?
Kaya,
Yeah,
would it take more time?
how much does your time cost, right? Because like driving to the mall,
And
braving the
parking
traffic,
and going down.
is one thing, right? And then you have
Choosing
to choose the
gift.
gift, and then you have to go to the cashier and line up, blah 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 blah. So you have to factor that in when you say you have no budget, right? So for example, if the thing that you're thinking of buying is, let's just say 500 pesos, right? And but the effort to get to point A to point B and to give the gift takes like hours, right? So if you double the amount and just give them the 1,000 pesos cash, number one, they'll doubly appreciate it, the person who's receiving it, right?
Double appreciation.
And number two, you saved yourself so much time and effort and stress and gasoline money and the list just goes on, right? So you have to factor that in also, the cost of your time, right?
the cost of your time and all the effort it takes to also get
And
that
how much
gift.
can benefit from your time if you spend it wisely as well, right? Right?
Exactly.
Are you-
That's true.
do you need a massage, Justine?
I actually, to be honest,
Yeah.
I slept weird last night,
Oh,
like on the
okay.
wrong side. So
Okay.
like right now, if I lean to my left,
Okay.
my neck hurts. But if
Oh.
I lean to my right, okay ra.
What do you know how you usually sleep? Is it like a position that you usually sleep? Does Coco Martin have anything to do with this?
The pillow.
Huh?
No, sometimes magod. I don't like sleeping with a pillow. Yeah, last night I didn't use a pillow na. I like use my arm as a pillow.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what happened. Pag mata na ko this morning, I don't know if ma-notice nimo like if I lean to my left, my neck hurts. But
Okay.
if okay ra ko sa right.
Okay.
I don't know if I do my left.
You know,
it
the best
hurts.
position good to sleep is really like what do you call that? Like what do you call that? A
Kanang-
prone,
kanang
like
on your head, like on your back.
on your back lang, di ba? Straight.
I'm a side sleeper, man. That's my problem. I
Yeah.
always like sleeping on the side.
Yeah,
Ikaw,
yeah.
Are you side or back? yun?
Because I'm aware of the importance of sleeping on your back, right? I make an
You force
effort.
yourself
I
to.
make an effort to do that, but I like grabe kay ko kalihukan gyud nga
Me
as
too.
sleeper, Justine. Like,
Exactly.
You should see my bedroom after I sleep. For some reason makahubo og punda ang mga unlan.
Basta magpatid-patid sa
Oh,
jeep
niya
ka,
paghuman
mag-dancing
ang
breakdance gid siguro ka.
ang kaning ang bed sheets mga tagak
Mga
tanan
hulbot.
and all of that stuff. So I'm surprised.
Hindi na ko, Jiggy, you're dancing in your sleep.
I'm surprised why every time I wake up, Cooper's still alive.
No, because Cooper's like you man said, magdungan mamuglihok. You know what? You know what? I dare you to
Yeah.
like put a camera on your
Yeah.
sleep and
Yeah.
then kanang imong i-fast forward
Yeah.
and you'll see kamo ni Cooper nagchatchar siguro mo sa inyong katre. That's why.
So we always sleep like side by side, head on each other's.
Aww.
And then when I wake up, na nasa tiilan siya nako.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's dancing on the bed too. Naglihok-lihok na siya. Kamo ni Cooper are the same. I also move a lot in my sleep.
Okay.
But I'm a side sleeper, so that's why I'm not surprised now why my
Okay.
neck hurts
All right.
on one side rapod.
Maybe-
Lihukan man.
Okay, maybe you can give Justine some advice on how to fix a what do you call
What do
this?
you call that? Stiff neck?
Stiff neck.
Yeah.
Let
if
us
you
know.
slept on
Okay.
the wrong
In the
side.
meantime, let's play this next song. I'd like to send this next song to Dave.
This for you, Dave. Top of the morning.
DJ Roel.
Ooh.
Ikaw Ragang on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. Like weird yung sa Jiggy. Mo ako. I can't really lean on my left.
also have that sometimes.
It was fine yesterday. Karon lang yun eh.
Diri man gikan.
Yeah, me too, there. If I press it now, okay. So,
But
but it doesn't
I-
hurt when I
I-
press it. Like, if I press it,
But I really sincerely don't believe it can be fixed by
massage?
massage. Like,
Huh? Oh, okay.
kanang massage mo good, it just diffuses or spreads the pain.
Oh no, okay.
I don't think that.
But I had a co-teacher nga PT
Oh.
that he said sometimes every once in a while you really need to massage kay murag naay certain
Yes.
liquid nga ma-trap sa imong muscles
Okay.
and that's why it becomes very tense and gahi.
I
So
know.
you have to loosen it up. So you need to get it every once in a while, you know.
What's that? What's that liquid?
Or if Jiggy, if you're not physically active, mao na ma-stuck daw siya. So mao na, I don't move around a lot man. So more siya di maliho ka ng ano. There is no best sleeping position because we need to move our. Oh, okay, that's true. Ikaw ragang. Haven't you heard of the song? Ikaw ragang.
A horrible song, but Dave likes it. So.
What's makadulas?
I have no idea. A slide?
Makadulas ang hilana? What's I mean?
I have no idea.
I think it means like mawa ang hilana.
Hopefully.
I have no idea. I love the auto-tune on this song. It's a distinct part of it.
I hate autotune.
The style. Ikaw ragang.
Oh my god!
Ikaw ragang.
Kailan ka ning Babe Sofonio Vasquez?
No, is that the singer? The one who won?
Atong tak na karon 35 minutos nang nilabay sa
So, you're still listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Narvios.
Ang atong gipangutana karong buntaga sa atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo is what are your top 10 gifts inyong wish list nga nahan niyo
Yes.
ma-receive karong Pasko ha? Let us know. Text 0999-887-6070 or you can join us on our chat group at Tops Media Center. I-post lang dito inyong mga ganahan para mahibawan sa atong mga pinalangga sa kinabuhi nga basig naghunhuna silang naglabad ilang ulo.
Unsa ilang paliton
Oo,
or unsa ilang kwaon
diba?
for you. So
Diba?
at least this way, they know.
Di ba nakasuway na ka nakatag og regalo Justin ingnon ka nga you really don't know me.
Allah.
Ha?
No, thankfully not. No, nobody's been that ungrateful
Wa
yet.
jud ka na kay bawkin sako. Anong maghatag-hatag
That
nganong
seems like very-
nganong muhatag man ka ana nga di man ko ang ganahan ana. You know what I mean?
That seems like a very ungrateful thing to say.
Yeah.
But I do get the ano behind that, Mamurag. You know, if you truly don't know someone, the fact that you're giving a gift for me,
Yeah.
it should be appreciated already. So
Oh, lagi-
I would never like
Mo lagi pero ang,
Probably
ang
say
problema sa na is like di ba the reason why you want to give a gift nga thing
to show
because
appreciation.
to show nga you're thinking about them, right? So if you're
But
thinking
when you get them something that's not them,
yeah,
like,
then so
murag, are you thinking about me or
murag
para nako ni?
the opposite na noon of the effect
Yes.
that you want,
Okay.
di ba? Nga imbis gawon na ka nako. Gawon na ka nako but in the wrong way, right?
exactly.
Dili mao imuhang
Imong
pagtuo kung
Yeah.
kinsa ko, di ba? So I guess
That's true.
You really don't know me.
You really don't know me.
Especially if it's like kaning mga girlfriend, boyfriend relationship baka namang inana ba mga even man nagtiayon usahay nga murag
I always see that sa mga movies like sa
Yeah.
Filipino drama
Yeah.
where the parents like an OFW and then they get their kid like shoes for Christmas or like a toy and then ilang bata kay dako na day kaayo dili na mo duwa og sa toys. Like, it's always like that but like they don't realize like oh my kid's all grown up so like they wouldn't appreciate like a stuffed toy because they're like 16 years old na. Regana ba?
Yeah, sakto sad na. Usahay sad kanang mga parents sad or kanang mga gift givers sad usahay just like everything else we project onto the gifts what we want to receive.
That's what my parents always tell me nga.
Nakasaway na kana?
Yeah, my mom's always like, when you give someone a gift, you gotta think about what they want, not what you want to give them.
Yeah.
Kaya problem ko na mag-assume kani kay murag mas ganahan siguro siya ani or I want to give this person this because they need that. But you don't know if they actually like that. Like,
Exactly.
oh, this person looks good in red shirt, so I'm gonna get him a red shirt. But then hilig man niya kay mga black shirts, di man siya hilig og colored shirts. So don't think about what you want. Think about what they want. And
But you know the other side of that conversation also is you're thinking for them what looks good on them. So you're thinking about them. They don't know what they want. I know what they want.
so sometimes, especially, pero unless they're specific about it, no? Unless lang.
Yeah, for example, kana lang color for example, ganahan siya. Let's just say for example, black yung ganahan sa. Pero based on his tone of skin and whatnot, right? Because maybe you're like a color expert and you know what.
And you know, like, oh, they would look better in pastel colors. So I'll
Exactly.
get them something
Yeah.
pastel.
So they don't know what they want, right? So I think mo na importante kay magstoryanan gyud mo. I think the gift has to have a story with it.
Yes.
You know, like,
Oh, by the way, I got you this because I know bagay kaning ang
bagay
color na.
kaning color.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because you
So
know.
there's a context behind
context,
it.
importante gyud, like everything else, you have to have like a good story before you give it, right?
Before you give a gift.
So,
yeah, that's true.
kanang kwartang ihatag ni mo, sigo gunahon noon si hatag na ko nimo. Pag human mo, magini ang pinaka-perfect gift para nimo.
Na example diri si Jolim. Mo na daw imong mama, why are you giving me a PlayStation 5? Kana exactly. Imagine giving your mom a PlayStation 5 and imagine giving your 5-year-old niece like a cookware set.
Correct.
Tagani
Yeah,
mo mga
yeah.
cookware.
You know,
For a 5-year-old.
Nakinomdom na hinong ko da nga si Summer ba, like when she gives a gift to her friends or maybe to her mom ba. Like it's a gift nga she also wants to have.
Okay.
You know
like
what I
what
mean?
man?
For example, like a dress, for example, or a watch or whatever, right? Mopalit siya na kay kung dili nagiganahan yang mami gali ihatag balik niya.
That's actually smart. That's actually a smart way to
or
do
or,
it.
or 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 maybe it's even a thing nga kung dili siya ganahan kung iuli
It can be
niya
hers.
imo ako na lang ni di ka
Oh,
ganahan
you don't like it? Sayang. And then,
kaluoy sad sige ako na lang
oh,
no
you don't like it? Dili pa igo. Ako na lang, no? Or you can get a general gift for everyone. Like, I remember one of the...
what's a general gift? What do you mean by a general
One thing
gift?
that we really appreciated
Aside from
as a
money.
family,
Okay.
when my brother was really young, maybe he was like 8 years old or 10 years old,
Okay.
he bought a gift for the entire family, mga gamit ginamotanan.
Which is what?
And it was like this...
O sa kasakong bugas dili.
Oh, that would be good too.
Okay.
It was a cookware set nga magnetic siya. It's like
Oh.
it's like a pan.
Okay.
Nga it's half pan, half griller.
Okay,
On
half
one
pan,
side,
half griller,
it's like
okay.
a flat frying pan. Ano
Okay.
man siya, rectangular shape. On the other side, it has like grilled. It had like a grilled surface.
Okay.
So it was so useful. Kaya nagamit na namo everywhere for camping. That's like our number one frying pan our set for camping. And
Okay.
you can also steam some items inside kaya ma-close
Oh.
man siya. And I remember it was so thoughtful for my brother to get that kay it was for the entire family and he used his mga baon savings. He was like probably 8 or 10.
Okay.
So that's what I mean by like a general gift. Something na ma-enjoy sa entire family, no?
And-
Which, as you mentioned po din ni J. Rald Arsenal,
Okay.
he wants Noche Buena. Kana, that's a great gift. Kaya everyone maka-enjoy gid ana.
Yeah, exactly. Kanang murag gift pack man sa mga grocery of gift pack to na
Yeah,
mga spaghetti
I love
para
that.
para salad, di ba?
Yes, fruit salad.
Basta mga cheese,
mga
di ba?
prutas.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
But kanang projections sa gifts ba like sometimes we project onto the gift what we want to receive when we were kids. Mora bag mga regalo nga atong una did ko makadawat aning butanga karon
I'm gonna make sure that my kids have it. That my kids will receive
na
it.
ko'y kwarta gamay kaning ako ning ihatag kaya atong una ganahan jud kay ko ani. You know, that's another way of kaning gift giving behavior bang we project onto what we want to the gift that we want that we
What we wanted before
we
that
never
we
received.
got.
Yeah.
We make sure that they
Yeah.
got it too. That's true.
That's
true.
actually a very interesting thing. And also another interesting kaning thing about gift giving ba is when do you stop giving your child kaning a toy? You know what I mean? Like how old must a child be? Nga
Stop receiving toys?
dili na mga toys ba like because I know I have a friend who's a 52-year-old as old as I am and niya pag human kaning iyang ganahan gyapon kanang mga kanang mga
Collectibles?
die-cast bitang mga toys bitang i-assemble pa nimo
Yes,
kanang
yes.
mga tangke,
Lego?
mga barko kanang
Yeah, so
like,
he's so into that.
yeah,
Gyapon, yan ang hobby.
so that is technically still a toy, right?
It is still
Yeah.
a toy.
So
you know, with his age,
akong pangutana is when do you stop
giving
giving
someone a toy.
giving your child like a toy? I wonder what age would it be?
Yeah.
Like Sir Sivan, for example, my son,
Is he a
you know,
collector?
we used to give him like Transformer toys or
Mga car.
battery operated dinosaurs because he used to love dinosaurs and all of that stuff. Yeah. I don't remember when the time came.
Nga ni-stop na
I stopped
katagana.
giving him that and I started giving him like clothes and shirt and
Yes,
shoes.
what they need na.
You know what I mean?
That's so true. There was a time also we used to give my brother mga toy cars and stuff like that, and then now we do get him things that he actually
Correct.
would need.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Or like I said, cash para he would buy whatever he wants to buy. You know. I remember for the longest time my brother just likes mga emergency response stuff.
Emergency response
Yeah,
stuff.
like I remember there was one Christmas that he asked for like kanang for firefighting gloves.
Okay.
So like fire gloves, something like that, like the fire resistant gloves, may nga na. So he's a very guy. So I think it depends na. He stopped wanting toys and he wanted those things already, like actual things. At time put my sister was obsessed with these LOL dolls, like small or kanang Shopkins. I don't know if you know those. Those are like collectible figures of like different food. Figures of food, nga toys you can buy before.
Figures of food. Okay.
Yeah. So my sister, there was a time she really loved those, and then ni change na. There was a time karon makeup na yung ganahan.
Well, that's what I
No.
mean, right?
Yeah.
How do you know?
When do we know? So you really have to know what they're into. You have to know what they wanted throughout the year, something like that. No? We've got a song request here by J. Rod Arson.
I saw man good, it's an exclusive, of the Skytech.
Yeah. We went.
So, Musaka
Yeah,
na.
Saka tao.
Okay.
Wala na. Let's
take this down
figure
here.
that out.
Alright. Ilongga.
Atong tak na karon then. Hold on, give me a second. Our time now it is 11:48. 12 more to go before we hit the hour of 12 o'clock. You're still listening to the top of the morning. Daghang salamat sa inyo.
Paminaw. This is Jiggy Juice.
And this is Justine Narvios. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us.
And atong hisgutan karong buntaga is our top 10 gifts that you'd like to receive this Christmas season, right? December 20 na, gamay na lang yung kuwang.
5 more days. So
Yes.
this will help ease and make it easier for your loved ones
Yeah.
if they're thinking about what do I get man this person. So padungog na mo diha, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Pag-chat na mo sa among chats.
Yeah.
That's Tops Media Center on YouTube, or you can text us on our text line 0999-887-6070.
Yeah.
Daghan kay nag-text ato some gifts are specific,
Yeah.
some are not so specific. So unsa magyud? What do you guys want for Christmas?
I think di ba hisgota og unsa man gyud nga unsa purpose anang regalo ba? I think number one is that you care, right? Number two nga
You're thinking of the person.
you're thinking of the person, and I think number three you want them to enjoy, to have fun, to have a better life, whatever, right? So kanang mga regalo ang inanang butang, it has to be, you have to think about all those things, right? Pero lisod kaayo siya naon gyud kung unsa gyud ang ginahan niya kay kanang imong ipangutana niya usahay murag mga nice to have lang lagi ng mga butanga, di ba? Dili na siya ingon gyud nga panghinanglan gyud niya,
Or
di
what
ba?
do they need yun?
Yeah, di ba? So kanang top 10, nindot ng top 10 kay at least basig masayop sila nga na usa ka butang diya nga kinanglan gyud nila, di ba?
Exactly. So it would help
Yeah.
if you're kind of more open gamay dili bitaw like you just want one thing.
Yeah.
Or if you're as vague as me before when I
Yeah.
used to say like, oh, anything, I want anything. This would kay na.
Yeah.
So 10 items or 10 things rather
That
would
you like
help
to receive,
would
yeah.
help your gift giver. Okay, if I can't get them this, at least I can get them something
Yeah.
else. Murag na ay ano ba? May
Correct.
choices sad ba?
Correct.
So I would suggest imong top 10 also, guys, you have to vary it sa inyong prag na siya price range. They can't
Price
all be
range.
from the same like category. They gotta be different things at least.
Mhm.
Para na ay option ni mohang gift giver. What do you guys want for Christmas? Grabe, 5 days na lang gid from now, no? Sometimes, I remember last year, Jiggy ba, my manita. from our gift exchange sa school, in my advisory class. What she wanted was like a limited edition kind of hydro flask. And
Okay.
like
Limited edition pa yun.
Yeah, so I could only find it online.
Mhm.
Yeah, dili man siya maabot in time.
Okay.
By the time that she
So,
completed the list,
so how did you do
I
it?
gave cash na lang yun. Pero
Okay.
explain lang yun ko, like, oh,
There you
dear,
go.
I'm so
There you go.
Yeah, I had to explain like,
Yeah.
dear, I'm sorry I couldn't
Yeah.
get the hydro flask because online this would take a month niya. Di pa ni maabot on time niya. I don't want you to not have anything.
Yeah.
Like, exchange ato
But
gift.
how about if you gave her the receipt?
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be good. The online
The
receipt,
receipt
na lang.
of-
and then just say like, oh wait, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming on the
That would've been good too.
15 days, whatever, right?
Bitaw, no?
Yeah.
That could have been good too. It was a limited edition.
Yeah.
Like a specific color.
Mm.
Nga, ano, marag- a different shade of blue niya. I didn't want to get her the regular hydro flask nga from the shop. Nga, dili the color that she wants. Kay basin, she already has that man.
Mm.
So if she was specific, ano gid siya, this particular color. Oh, I need to
I
find online.
I know somebody who like shops for Christmas gifts like way ahead, like October pa. I told you about this, right?
Wow.
I think they went to Japan and then they bought like she bought like a set of like 20 different kinds of pajamas or something like that.
Ah, that's
right?
nice.
Right? So pwede po din na mag advanced thinking ka, di ba?
Yeah. I
And-
mean, if you see something throughout the year, like dili pa Christmas, you can reserve
Yeah,
it. Like,
yeah.
for example, yung birthday, layo pa man sad, and then you're thinking, okay, you know what? I'll just get this for this person. I'll get it ahead of time.
Mm.
That would also be nice. That
Yeah.
would also be thoughtful.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter when you get it. Ang point is, you thought of that person.
Yeah.
Mas ninot pa ganina kay...
Pwede kini masutian niya. Mo ni ang advance Christmas gift ni mo hay.
Kana.
Kay January na lang ko yata ka.
Yeah. Or,
For next year.
yeah. Or if it's a really expensive gift,
Okay.
you're like, oh, mao na ni imong Christmas and
Oh.
birthday gift
Oh.
ha.
Ay,
Ako na lang iisa.
nakasuway na ko nga mangayo kag gift nga mahal. Pwede na Christmas gift og birthday gift og for the next 2 years wa kay gift.
Yeah. Or for those ba nga, I had friends nga born on Christmas Day.
Okay.
Or a couple days before Christmas.
Okay.
Usa na lang ilang gift.
Nga naman.
Kay, for example, their birthday is like on the
Ah,
22nd.
okay.
Usa na ilang Christmas and
Correct.
birthday
Malasa
gift.
ng mga inanoy.
I know. I
Kana-
mean, okay, it's not malas, but like, it's funny ba how
Yeah.
usa na lang ilang
Yeah.
celebration.
Kana sang mag-birthday og mag-birthday og magpasko kanang duol ra ba like December ka birthday lisod na sa kay
Yeah.
mas lisod na siya kay duha ka book gift ihatag nimo niya sunod-sunod di ba?
Yeah, exactly.
So sultian na gid mga kaning
Usa na lang ni ha.
kaning combination ni isa duha.
Yeah, this is your Christmas and
Yeah.
birthday gift. Tapos siya na. Joel Lim says here, some buy the Christmas gifts very early. Like my sister who does her shopping the last week of November. Some people hantod karon pag not early. Like some people are still shopping until now.
Until now. In fact, this is the best time to shop. Good karon yung orasa. Kay bago pa ni
You
abli.
suggest morning. Kung
Bago
bago
pang
na
abli nga mall, nindot kay ng mall sa doy nga like everything else that I want. Nga way tao pa ning abot mo sa mall ikara usa. So sinduta na niya pag human especially kung daghang kag paliton, daghang kag mabuhat gyud kung masayo ka sa mall. Problema lang gud kadaghanan sa mga tawo manrabaho magud buntago, di ba? So di isla ka lugar gyud og kaning pag-shopping, di ba? So
Yeah,
so
so
usually
they can only do it after work.
ang holiday kanang 24, right? So kanang panahon na puno na sa kay mall. Yeah, kay everybody is in the mall also even in the morning. But karon kung maka-leave ka, kung makabiya ka sa opisina ka riyot, just do that. Do yourself a favor and do everybody a favor.
Do everybody a
A
favor.
favor by shopping early para di kayo ma-traffic, dili kayo mapuno ang cashier, dili kayo mapuno ang traffic ang parking lot and all of that stuff.
Exactly.
Atong tak na karon 11:54, 6 minutos na lang magalas 12 na ta. I hope you're having a great time right now. The weather is fine. It's beautiful, but it looks like it's about to
I
rain.
think it's about to rain.
Yeah,
Still
pero
good though.
nindot kayo, dili kayo init, dili sa kayo bugnaw. Sakto na gyud ang temperatura sa kahanginan karong buntanga December 20, 2024, the last 5 days before Christmas and the last how many days? 11 days of
Before
2024, right? And we're going to be
Yes.
celebrating the new year here on top of everybody else here at Tops. If you want to get your tickets, please contact Montebello Villa Hotel, and we're going to give you the full details of how to do that soon, okay? But
Yeah.
it's happening this December 31. I think we're going to be here. Justine and I and everybody will be
We'll
here.
We'll be celebrating our New
celebrating
Year's
it
Eve
here.
So join
Uh,
us, guys.
Yes, please. Na si Justin, just ask your sister to watch the horror. What's it?
Oh, Joel Lims has a suggestion for a film. He's telling me to ask my sister to watch the film It Follows, so she can tell you how good it is. It's one of my favorite horror films. Thank you for that, Joel Lim. My sister does love horror films.
Oh.
I think she's even seen this or more katong first nga It.
Oh.
So Murag siya lang mo watch Ana alone, and then I'll just ask her her on that, her opinion on that game. Murag di na ako kaya agad. Same man mini Jiggy, guys, we're afraid. It is currently 11. What is this? 11:56.
Yep.
4 minutes left before
Yeah.
12, and then we'll see you guys on Monday na pod.
Yeah.
On the 23rd.
You guys
Woohoo!
have a great weekend. I hope
Kana.
this show was useful to you guys. What we're going to do, we're going to post all of your top 10 things that you'd like to receive for Christmas, so people will have an idea unsay panghatag nila sa ilahang mga pinalangga sa kinabuhi, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys stay safe this Christmas. I know traffic is bad.
Oh my gosh.
The lines are long everywhere.
Yes.
So just be patient, and if you can help it, you don't have to go there. Like I said, we gave you some real sage advice. Cash is still king. You know, just make sure that it comes with it a story, right?
Yeah,
Ang
exactly.
kaning mo ni akong gihatag karon kay
Because I thought of you, blah, blah, blah.
ang ang imong regalo nga ganahan madawat unta to dili pa maabot, next week pa maabot, right? So cash na lang ni mo maning kantidad sa imuhang exclusive nga unsa tawag ni kaning hydro flask maabot ni siya kaning 15 ka adlaw pa. So kung ganahan ka palitan na lang to. Kung dili gali basig na pa kay ganahan nga gamiton
something else.
mas importante pa sa hydro
Exactly.
flask, di ba?
Exactly.
So that's the way you should give. I think the story part is crucial, right? It's not just the gift, it's also about how much you care about the person, right?
The context
Yeah.
also that surrounds that.
Yeah, so you can even just give them a hug, man. Like,
I mean, if you're an artist, also,
Yeah.
I wrote you a poem.
why not, right?
Yeah, like,
I made you a
I made
song,
you
right?
A song.
Yeah.
I wrote you a poem.
O kanang greeting
I
on the
painted something. Oh, that.
kanang greeting on the air. That's very special too,
Yeah,
right?
guys, and we'll do your greetings on the 23rd
Yeah,
on Monday.
yeah.
So
That's very important,
yeah.
right? What else?
Mga shout out.
What else says that you're thinking about somebody when somebody actually greets you on the air,
mo
right?
dedicate og kanta pa.
Kana pang kanta,
Kana.
di ba? Kanang kanta, storya man na, di ba? So
It's a gift in itself.
imuhang gipabati ang gitagaan nimo sa kanta unsa imong gibati sa imong kasing-kasing, di ba?
Exactly. And that's what we're doing here sa Top of the Morning, guys.
That's the
Atong
most-
mga gifts sa inyo are actually our songs,
Yes.
the music, the mga chika.
Yeah. So mora gin among mahatag karon kay dili man mi ka-afford og hatag o regalo ninyong tagsa, di ba?
Yeah.
So we haven't we dili pa man mi
Not yet.
adunahan pero pohon-pohon kung
Oh, yeah.
nami kwarta manghatag gyud dagdagang kwarta pohon-pohon
Oh,
next year maninguha ko nga natay panahon nga maka hatag ta og real cash and other gifts to our listeners, right?
Yeah, and also we have been giving mga Gcash prizes in the past months.
Yeah.
But for today.